The captain has made tower communications available, so if you'd like to monitor the air traffic system, you'll find that on channel 9 and your headset's in the seat pocket in front of you. We'll give you a little more information about our service plan for our flight this evening as soon as we're in the air. Thank you, and again, welcome aboard. Ladies and gentlemen, we do thank you very much for your attention, and now we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the takeoff. The captain has made tower communications available, so if you'd like to monitor the air traffic system, you'll find that on channel 9 and your headset's in the seat pocket in front of you. We'll give you a little more information about our service plan for our flight this evening as soon as we're in the air. Thank you, and again, welcome aboard.
Have you ever had
TikTok is back.
Have you ever had
TikTok is back.
Have you ever had
TikTok is back.
Have you ever had
TikTok
That's what I've been dreaming about, a really good score, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna party. Ooh. Yeah, shit. I'm gonna go to Mardi Gras, I'm gonna go to Vegas, and I'm gonna go with enough money in my hip pocket to catch them fine bitches, you know what I mean? I spend almost every night of my life dreaming about this kind of shit.
Dreaming?
Yeah.
Dreaming. That's bullshit.
Get a job. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna get a little job, some job a convict can get. Like scraping off trays in the cafeteria or cleaning out toilets. And you're gonna hold on to that job like gold. Because it is gold. Let me tell you, Jack, that is gold. You listening to me? Pay attention to what I'm saying, motherfucker. And then he's gonna look around the room, see how you done. He's gonna say, oh, you missed a little spot over there. Geez, you didn't get this one here. What about this little bitty spot? And you're gonna suck all that paint inside you, and you're gonna clean that spot. And on Friday, you pick up your paycheck. And if you could do that, you could be president of Chase Manhattan.
Not me, man. I wouldn't do that kind of shit. I'd rather be in fucking jail. Could you do that kind of shit?
I wish I could. I wish I could.
Michael Proctor could have written text messages that he didn't know would go public, that he regrets sending. That does not nullify
the evidence
that says that
Johnny was hit by a weapon.
Come on, y'all. How we feeling out there, chat? I go by the name of J.F.K. Cold, huh? We here, JFK. Yeah, chat. We here. Woo! Trades up, motherfuckers. That's right. I like that, Gigi. Yes. We are here. We are here. We are here. I go by the name of JFK.
Can't hear you, Jay.
No?
Can you hear me, chat? All right.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you now. Perfect.
Nice. All right, we can hear you both. We had a little
Yes.
something. Yeah, man. Real snow in
Hello.
H-Town, JFK.
Yes. Madness,
Sure.
huh?
Yeah, it's madness. How we feeling, James? They haven't seen you for a little bit.
I'm feeling better. You know, caught a bug, just a bad bug. Went away though. It's cold as shit here. Nothing new in New England. But it's new in Atlanta. Well, I guess not new, but you know.
Yeah, some snow out here. Lois Lane, can I buy you a drink for sure? I appreciate that. Cynthia with the $5. I appreciate that too. That's awesome to start it off with the goals. Aries girls, yes, we got snow in South Texas for sure, for sure.
Yes, Mr. Emerald, Portuguese. Yeah, it is a Portuguese name. You are right. First name in the Portuguese book, actually. I found that out. Yeah.
That's wild, huh?
Little history for the boys.
Little history for the boys, for sure. You know, but you know, you're working over here too, right, Jess?
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, my man had to
I had to
run
run
across three
across 3
lanes.
lanes.
We're working too.
Yeah.
I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes. We're working too.
Yeah.
I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes. We're working too.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure. You know how we do it, brother. So have you seen the Microdots video, James?
Yes, great work by Microdots. Shout out to Microdots.
Yeah, that was crazy, right?
Yeah, it's dope. You know, it's just. Are you playing some of it? Oh, we got a
message from the flight deck.
Message from the flight deck. Message from Luna, taking the rest of the pasta. Go ahead, girl. All right.
We're currently at We're currently at 10,000 feet. Put the trays up, walk around the cabin, whatever you like to do, drink your nips, hit your vapes, whatever your fucking vice man might be. I go by the name of JFK for sure. We are here.
And I go by the name of James Jackson. And you could have been anywhere, but you're here with us.
You know, this guy, Hank Brennan, come to find out, was friends with a woman who's friends with Jen McCabe since July. Funny how that leaked out.
Yeah, stuff
wild.
like that. I mean, yeah, it's just, could it be a coincidence or could it mean something? You know, I got family in Hawaii. You know, these people. It's just, it could be a coincidence. I'm not really feeding into that too much, unless there's more behind it.
What do you mean it could be? What do you mean it could be a coincidence, though?
What, that she was friends with him? You said that
she's friends with she's friends with a friend. I don't want to name drop because there's no need of it.
No,
she's friends with a friend, a good friend of Jennifer McCabe that actually was caught in a vehicle with Jennifer McCabe, and she's friends with him on Facebook since July because he changed his Facebook picture back in July, or when he put it up, and she liked it way back then.
Oh, so it was before. Oh man, so it goes back. So they have some history. I see.
Pretty wild, huh?
Yeah, man.
Love you guys. Humor and common sense. Not today. Thank you so much.
Not
Appreciate that.
today. Not today.
What does that all mean, James? You guys see that, people? Did you guys see what we're talking? Are you guys picking up what we putting down? My brother in New Hampshire said a 3 weeks virus. Huh? Hey, wait. The flight,
Come on.
I'm hanging off the wing. I'm late. That's all right, Jamie Z. You here. Small town situation, sunshine. Yeah, well.
I'm sorry, man. This dog. It's a full-time job.
Yeah,
For
it
real.
really is.
She was just chilling too downstairs. She heard me.
That's pretty wild, right?
Yeah, that is crazy.
Our guy, Vinny. A lot of people don't like Court TV, whatever reason. Jerry Berry, we love you too. We love you too, Jerry Berry. A lot of people don't like Vinny for whatever reason. He was a prosecutor, come to find out, in New Jersey. I found out on a phone call the other day. Actually, the chick Laurie that hits us up from New Jersey.
Mm.
The one who says that
Are you over are you
Teterboro?
flying over? Yeah, Teterboro, yeah.
Listen to what Vinny has to say about this whole situation.
This is prosecutorial madness, what I'm seeing in the Karenread case. They are not acting like normal prosecutors. And are they breaking any rules? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. But you really have to pull back from this.
Court TV is like CNN of YouTube. I get that. But Vinny, right here, send a clear direct
message.
Shot.
Yeah, he's sending a shot.
And take
You
a
can
look
tell he's
at
upset.
the big picture to fully understand how different all this is, and then try to understand why. The role of the defense attorney and the role of the prosecutor and how they're different. I'm usually attacking the defense, sort of in a passive aggressive way, but attacking the defense in what their role is in the courtroom. But what I'm seeing here is a little different. Big picture. Prosecutor versus defense attorney. Okay? Prosecutor is there for the truth, and the truth equals justice, right? You let the facts are what they are, the evidence is what it is. You present it and you believe that it proves that the defendant did it. Okay? First of all, you have to have a good faith belief yourself. And the evidence has to be there. You can't bring a case that you don't believe can prove it. And you don't bring a case certainly against someone you believe did not commit the offense that you're charging him with.
Now that's where I got to disagree, my man. He said that, turbulence, hit the wrong instrument panel. He said that a DA shouldn't bring a case if he doesn't have enough evidence, right? And then he says right here, he goes on to say this when he wraps it up.
That's number one. And it's very rare that a prosecutor would ever violate that.
It's very rare.
Prosecutors.
It's very rare.
Way, but attacking the and the evidence has to be there. You can't bring a case that you don't believe can prove it, and you
don't believe a case all the way to the hoop, all the way to the basket, all the way to trial, all the way to jury. If you can't prove it,
bring a case certainly against someone you believe did not commit the.
You definitely don't bring a case against someone who you might believe is innocent, right?
The offense that you're charging him with. That's number one. And it's very rare that a prosecutor would ever violate that.
Oh, it's very rare, huh? That's very rare that a prosecutor would ever violate that.
Yeah. Maybe in other states.
Talk to him.
Maybe in other states, Vinny.
Hey, Vinny, man.
You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong.
Vinny, you're wrong about that, buddy. This is the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. They will do some shit like that. Go on, though, brother.
But in addition to that, your obligation is to the truth and the truth only. Okay? Your role is not to win the case. It's not, all right, one side is here, one side's there. Your job is to win. Whatever it takes, you get there with no. You want the evidence and the facts to be put in front of the jury, and then you believe that once those facts and evidence is put in front of the jury, that it clearly proves that the defendant did it, and you've proven it beyond a reasonable doubt.
Really?
Okay? That's your job. And the truth.
Okay.
So the truth.
This is what he's saying, the truth. Then he goes on to do this. He goes on to get a little bit more busy in this interview. He gets a little bit more deeper. Trust and believe that. Now, this was on Vinny's YouTube. Obviously, he can't act like this on
Court TV.
On Court TV. Obviously.
He seemed like he was
A
frustrated.
defense attorney, on the other hand, completely different. No obligation to the truth whatsoever.
A defense attorney, on the other hand, has no obligation, Hank, for the truth whatsoever.
And that's the only way our system works.
That's the way our only system works. So all you people out there hate is mistaken admiration. Y'all hate Karenread, but she's only doing what she's supposed to do. I don't understand it. Right, James?
Right.
They don't have to worry about the truth. Now, we all want the truth, right? We all want justice for John O'Keefe, and of course we do. But at the end of the day, if you were just going to look at it from the point of view of the court, and you were just going to say reasonable doubt, if there's reasonable doubt, she got to walk. So whether you hate Karen, whether you love Karen, it really doesn't matter. There's reasonable doubt, she got to walk. And the defense doesn't have to really care about the truth. So when you talk shit about Yannetti and say he's a liar, and he's this and he's that, and Jackson's this, and he's not the DA. Your boy Hank is the DA, right, James?
Yep. Special DA.
He's the one that's held to a higher standard. Not our boys. They're not held to that higher standard, right, Vinny?
Do whatever's in the best interest of the client.
They don't have to lay out all the evidence. As a matter of fact, they have no obligation to put in any evidence at all.
Oh, really?
Wait a minute. So they don't have to put in no evidence at all. And you guys want them to prove this conspiracy. They don't have to prove the conspiracy. This is their defense, man. You guys got to live with this shit, man. The other side, the non-believers, hate is mistaken admiration. You clicked onto this video. Hate is mistaken admiration. I hate Karenread. That's so funny. That hate, you really admire her, don't you? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Where's the love? Where's the love, James?
Real.
Where's the love? Chad, how we feeling? Gonna start this off with love.
So
that's right.
Sweeney.
The moment that you wander far from me, I wanna feel you in my arms again.
Sing that shit.
And you come to me on a summer
So, baby.
breeze, keep me warm in your love, then you softly leave. And it's me you need to show.
I want to know.
How deep is your love? How deep is your love? I really mean to.
James, man, we're working
too.
over here.
Yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes. We're working too. Yeah. I mean, my man had to run across.
You know, the fact of the matter is, hate is mistaken admiration. How deep is your love for Karenread? What is Karenread supposed to do? She's supposed to sit back and not defend her case? She's supposed to sit back and go to jail for a case she could beat, even if she was guilty. Hit him with the first disclaimer of the night, James. Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. We're
What is she
back.
supposed to do, James?
She's got to fight her case. She's got to take that all the way. She's being charged for murder. Was she supposed to sit back and just chill? Like Vinny, our man's giving her advice? Man, walked her right off the...
A prosecutor ethically, if they're acting ethically, should only be arguing about the truth, should not be trying to brush over some things
and try to take something and turn it and twist it.
What was that, Vinny?
What did he say? Turn it and twist it, Vinny.
Look
That's
at Vinny's
wild.
face.
Oh, look at him. He looks...
Vinny! Vinny!
Oh,
Yo, this for you, Vinny.
Smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice.
Laid back.
With my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Damn, Vinny.
Damn, Vinny.
Turn it
You
and
mad.
twist it. Wow.
To win the case,
Turn it and twist it to win the case, Hank.
Oh, man. Oh, that shit.
That's what you're doing, Hank?
That shit is wild.
What's the name of this video, James? What did I say at the beginning of this video? At the header of this video, hate is what?
Hate is mistaken admiration.
Wow. You guys really admire Karen. Is that what it is? I think they really admire her, man. You got to at this point.
I think so too. I mean, they're sneaking up on standouts. What's wrong with these people, man? Just fall back. Worry about your own shit. Worry about the lies you've been telling. You know?
James, we got 500 and something people. How many people up there in the chat, James?
We got 553 beautiful people in the chat tonight.
You know what time it is, James. Drop it on them.
Chat. If you had one word to describe Karenread, what would it be, chat? We just need one. Sure, chat. One word.
I like that one. Sister. I like that one. United.
Queen.
Jerry Berry.
Kick the doors out. Kick the cockpit door down. I am not the chosen one that you speak of. I am not. The only one.
And you know, we think she's a warrior.
Fuckery Donuts is officially open.
Mm.
You know, James, Vinny said it. You're not supposed to twist it, turn it. And let's Vinny finish it up. Vinny, talk to him some more, brother. Look at him.
to win the case.
Oh, man.
No. Your job is to just lay out the facts as they are, make the argument, and tell the jury how the facts, when applied to the law, equal guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. It's really that simple. Defense attorney, it's much different, first of all. Like, they have no obligation, number one. Number two, their job is to protect the rights, to make sure that their client does not get convicted.
Make sure their client don't get railroaded from Oak Grove to Forest Hills. Right, James?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I know you guys are hating on Karen. The question is, how deep is your love for her, man? How deep is your love for Karen, really? You fucking haters. We know you really love Karen. Fuck that, man.
Right.
Mistaken admiration, right, James?
Hate, mistaken admiration, man.
Touch me in the pouring rain, and the moment that you wander far from me,
I need them ones up. Ones up,
in
chat.
my
Put them ones up.
again.
You rocking with J.F.K?
Come to me,
James Jackson.
on the summer breeze, keep
We
me
here
warm in your love,
with 39,000.
softly
Love the bullshit.
it's
Come on.
me you need to show.
How deep is your love for Karen? Haters.
How deep is your love?
I need to know.
It means a lot, 'cause we're living in a world of
We're living in a crazy world, man.
breaking
Fools.
us down.
What?
When they all should let us be.
Let us be.
We belong to you and me. I believe in you.
Woo!
You know the door to.
Mistaken admiration. They really love Karen, don't they? They wish they had the lawyers. They wish they had the, like, what are you supposed to do? James.
Can't get mad at that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Quick question, my brother. No, it's all right, my man. We passing the mic back and forth, man. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, James, right? What are cheerleaders supposed to do when they're out there, man, or Papa want a football? What are they supposed to do? They're supposed to go out there and do standouts, right? Try to get some money, right?
Yeah, they got awareness. Raise some money for the team. They need to go out there and stand out there for awareness, all sorts of that.
So what is Karen supposed to do? She was supposed to sit back and not do nothing?
Right. It's like no matter what Karen does, they're gonna find something wrong with it. You know? They will find something wrong with what Karen does. They will find something wrong with you and I. They'll find something wrong with any other creators, people, boots on the ground, anything, man. They're gonna find something wrong. So that's just the way that goes. My best advice would be just try not to feed into it.
But the people showed up at a standout.
It's weird
They're watching
shit,
people
man.
at the standout. If you're innocent and you're a witness, why do you care?
Right.
What do you care about what Karen's doing?
If you didn't
guys
do
keep
anything
showing your
wrong,
car. Why ain't you? If you guys are showing up the standouts, making these funny ass videos with one narrative, pushing one narrative, why ain't you guys just getting up? Since you guys all know each other, why don't you get up on one of them platforms, the other people's platforms, the non-believers, the ones who hate but really admire Karen? Why don't you get on one of their platforms and speak your piece? Jen McCabe, Big Bad Brian A, Kerry, all you people, Julie, Chris Albert, Kevin from South Boston. But Kevin, you had the chance to do that, but you decided to hit up our show and lie. Why is that? But let's implement what really happened, implementation, because that's what's lacking in that. We know Kevin from South Boston called up the JFK show, but James, why did he call up the JFK show?
he called us because number one, we met up with his friend from back in the day. Number two, he saw us reenact that bar scene, and he's like, "Shit! Now they're gonna know I wasn't talking to the guy in the back about my burger being well done. You know, I was actually talking to John that he was 5 feet away from me because, you know, it was those two things I believe that just dragged him out."
So we learned that Higgins is Kevin from South Boston. And that's cool. And we know he said you're wrong. And we know that JFK pulled his card in 22 seconds. We get all that. But let's implement the reason why he called.
Right.
Implementation. You can learn anything you want, but if you don't implement it into your lifestyle, then what the fuck do you really know?
Exactly.
You can learn how to drive, but if you don't implement stepping on the brake, you're going to crash.
This is true.
The BG song for Karen's situation and Bev's here is Tragedy. Can you play it? Love you, boys. Love you, too. The Petty Paralegal.
Nice.
And that's why he called. Because if he was trying to just talk to John to come to the house, he would have just walked right over to him and said, hey, John, come on. He wouldn't be separated. And when he seen that, he didn't like that. Because no one did that. No one went to the waterfall, pulled out the tripod, and risked.
Let's be clear.
Let's be clear, especially in that town of Canton. Pretty sure they could figure out a way to do something to your boys, but we did that. We did that for you. We did that. We pulled a rat out the hole. We pulled Kevin from South Boston. And Kev, you only got a way out. You got to talk to Hank Brennan because Hank Brennan's playing his harmonica and he's a solo acting. Maybe you could call him onto stage on a new show and maybe he'll rock with you. But until then, he's rocking with that other side. And I don't know what his goal is, but very scary. But we got somebody in the fight, our boy Vinny. You heard what he said. He said it just like this. Didn't you, Vinny?
Reasonable doubt. It's really that simple. Defense attorney, it's much different, first of all. Like they have no obligation, number one. Number two, their job is to protect the rights, to make sure that their client does not get convicted if the prosecution has not provided the evidence beyond a reasonable doubt. What is the madness that I'm talking about? Well, the first step of the madness is you have an office, the Norfolk County DA's office has 130 employees. They're not all lawyers. Some are investigators, some are support staff, etc. I get it. But it's a big office. It's 130 employees. Yet they don't have one person in there that they believe can prosecute this case.
Don't let that go over your head. He said 150 employees, and he doesn't believe, and nobody wanted to prosecute this case, and they went out and get Hank. You know what I found out this weekend, though, James?
What's that, Jay?
If you have that
TikTok is back.
If you have that
Oh,
TikTok is
yes.
back.
if you have that
TikTok is back.
Good old TikTok.
Tick, tock, tick, tick, tock, tick. It's only a matter of time, people. The lies are running out. You're pulling up the standouts. That hate is mistaken admiration. You hate the president, but you really admire him, but that's okay. What is he supposed to do? The defense has to. All they got to do is defend her rights. This is what they're supposed to do. What is Karen supposed to do, people? If you were in her shoes, stop being so judgy. You really admire her because what would you do? You would get railroaded from Forest Hills to Oak Grove.
Yeah, fair to say.
Talk to him, Vinny.
And that's because they've hired someone who's a good attorney, really good attorney, but he's really a defense attorney. And the way he is trying this case right now is like a defense attorney.
Really? Talk to him, Vinny.
But he's a prosecutor.
What?
So is
and
that
he's
a
trying it
problem,
like a
Vinny?
defense attorney.
Yeah.
Hank, are you hearing this?
You got Vinny all riled up. Damn, Hank. He's a defense attorney, but he's not supposed to be. What do you say? He's not supposed to be acting as a defense attorney, basically.
What do I mean by this? What do defense attorneys do before trial? File motions to get evidence excluded.
Oh, really? Hank, that's what the defense does, because they need to even the playing field, because the Commonwealth is a common thief and they're trying to throw the book at you, so they got to come in and protect your rights. But wait a minute, you're trying to exclude shit from Karenread, who already had a trial, that already had these people in that trial. So why are you trying to even out the playing field when you're supposed to have all the evidence? Wait a minute. You hate Karenread, right? All the people on the other side. I go by the name of J.F.K.
I go by the name of James Jackson.
And we're rocking with you here tonight. And you guys hate Karenread. You hate the way she looks. You hate the way she walks. You don't like her dad. You don't like nothing about her. But do you really admire her? I think Hank Brennan's got to admire her fight. Vinny admires her because Vinny sees what's happening here. They're trying to railroad her from Forest Hills. To where, James?
To Oak Grove.
But now we're in Bizarro world.
What?
Where
what, Vinny? Where are
we at? Where we at? What's going on here?
What do I mean by this? What do
Tell
defense
us.
attorneys do before trial? File motions to get evidence excluded. But now we're in Bizarro world.
Wait a minute. So Vinny got no stake in this case, got a beautiful house, been a prosecutor for years. I don't ever think he was a defense lawyer. I think he always played for the prosecutor. Look at his eyes.
Damn, he just turned into a wolf. He's just a teenage wolf, whatever. His eyes are crazy. That's what he was, a prosecutor, Vinny?
Yep. Yes, he was.
So he knows, man. He knows
Well,
what's going on here.
you got to have some type of level of respect if you're a prosecutor.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have some type of integrity. And this is what he's trying to say. A defense attorney don't have to. They're there to protect the rights and get certain things thrown out. Protect the client. You know, certain charges they throw against them, say, come on, man, these charges are whack. It doesn't even fit this. You know, this statute, this, that. Come on, throw this out, throw that out, and let's even the playing field. But why is he trying to even the playing field when they supposedly have all the evidence?
And like you said, when Judge Bev already let these witnesses in the first trial, you know, it just don't make sense, man.
And you got to have some type of it. Go ahead, bro.
You didn't see Lally trying to do any of that shit, like get rid of these witnesses.
Well, he didn't try to get rid of any of these witnesses because they let him in the first trial. The second trial, he probably wasn't going to do this in the second trial because he's a prosecutor. And that's going against like what you're about. You're supposed to be about the truth. You're supposed to let them bring any witness they want. Because if you have the truth and you believe that Karenread is guilty, if you don't, you shouldn't be trying the case. That's what Vinny's trying to say. Vinny's trying to say if you're a district attorney and you don't believe Karen is innocent or you don't have enough evidence, you shouldn't be trying the case. There shouldn't be any reason to do it. And then he went on to say, usually they don't do things like that. But I don't know what county you're at, but they do that out here in Massachusetts. Talk to him, Vinny. We're in Bizarro world, he said.
Yeah.
He said Bizarro world, right, James?
Bizarro.
Where the prosecution is filing motion after motion after motion to exclude evidence and witnesses who testified in the first trial. Like, that's what defense attorneys do. I get it. His approach to all of this is like a defense attorney. I'm going to win this case, and I'm going to win it by keeping evidence from getting in front of the jury. But just think about the mentality. A prosecutor who doesn't want the jury to see or hear things.
Why do we have prosecutors trying to keep evidence from being heard by the jury?
What are you doing?
The other thing that does it filing all those motions, it's wasting time too. Filing all those motions takes up time, money. It's just that's how the wheel of the Commonwealth keeps spinning. Yes, it is, Cynthia.
Get your baking soda. Terminology. We can take it higher than that. J.F.K. I'm raw hustlers. Get your baking soda.
How we doing, chat? Ask yourself. Ask yourself this question: Why? Why? Why do we have prosecutors trying to take evidence and not put it in front of the jury? Bizarro world? I don't know.
Da-na-na-na.
Are we in bizarro world, James?
I think we are, Jay. But it feels
Makes
so
no
right.
sense, Kelly.
J.F.K. Raw hustlers. Get your baking soda. J.F.K. Raw. We can take it higher than that.
Who you working for?
I'm raw hustlers. Get your baking soda. J.F.K. I'm raw.
You know, Hank probably never had no friend that had to run across 3 lanes talking about he's working too.
No. You know, Hank needs to look in the mirror, right, James?
Sure does.
Starting with the man in the mirror. I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
We're working too. Yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes.
We working here too. We're in bizarro world, people. Bizarro world. We have a prosecutor acting like a defense attorney. We said this. He's coming in, but see, that's cross. He's devious on the cross for sure. He's devious, but on direct, his new band is called Direct Effects because he got Tristan. He's got Sarah, who hasn't smiled. He has Jen McCabe, and so on and so on and so on. And it's direct, it's not cross. And that might cross him up.
It's a good one right there. That might cross his ass up.
Sandra, thank you so much. JFK, James, dissecting the truth with sound bites like no one else. Well, thank you so much, Sandra. We appreciate your time. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us.
Thank you,
Thanks for
Sandra.
choosing. It just is what it is. Why are they trying to keep evidence from the jury? What is going on? So the people on the other side, you hate, or should I say the non-believers, you hate Karen. Why is she doing standouts, and why is she accepting money, and why does she got nice sunglasses and all these different things? Checking her pockets. You're a weak motherfucker checking someone else's pockets.
Counting their pockets. That's
Why are you
crazy.
counting someone else's money? Why do you care? What is she supposed to do? Her defense attorneys don't have to have some type of standard. Their standard is to lay out the case, throw motions at them, get some shit thrown out, even the playing field. And they're the ones who are supposed to not put some evidence in front of the jury to even it out. It's not the prosecution who's supposed to be the one who's pushing the case. Because, by the way, if you didn't know, you're non-believers. Karen is not guilty. So you talk about the grift. The grift. Is Karen guilty? I could have sworn Karen's not guilty, so it's you who screams Karen is guilty. Go on your live stream, collect money off a woman who hasn't been proven guilty at all. A woman, if you look at the facts, 150 people work inside a DA's office, and they had to go out and get a special attorney to defend them and do things in a weird way. He plays the harmonica. He's a solo act.
Hank,
He wants
you're
to
up.
try to. Why did they do that? And you're the ones that are grifting because you guys are telling lies. Karen's not guilty. That's your opinion. Well, here's a newsflash. You want to talk about the trial? Let's just talk about that. Let's talk about the trial. Reasonable doubt. That alone is reasonable doubt. They hired Hank Brennan. That's not enough reasonable doubt for you? Trying to kick the lady out? The dog expert? Why? What did she do? Why do you care that there's a dog expert in there? Why do you care? You're supposed to have all the evidence. You're supposed to have the navigation. You're supposed to have the tail light pieces. You're supposed to have the everything, the whole thing.
If they're not dog bites, who gives a shit if she's there, Hank? Right?
Right.
If they ain't dog bites, you know, who cares if she's there?
But you don't want her to be in front of the jury, Hank. Why is that? Because you take the main things out, right, Hank? You take the how's long to die in cold out of there. You take the dog bites out of there. What are you doing? You're even in the playing field at that point. And that's what you're trying to do, Hank? Okay, Hank. But you keep forgetting, Hank. Tristan. You forgot about him? You forgot about Sarah, who hasn't had cake in 3 years? You forgot about all the other witnesses, Jen McCabe, who just was at a standout spying on people? This is your new band, Hank. They don't go to sound check. They don't practice like your old band. They're not Whitey Bulger. They're not in it to win it. No. They were a sinking ship last trial. This trial, it's even more of a sinking ship. Are you going to hold your composure, Hank? Because you're a soloist. You play the harmonica. It's just, when you come in, it's all eyes on you. And that's what this is. It's all eyes on you. So what happens when you ain't set up right? And you don't get over, and you're looking at the jury, and they don't believe you, Hank? How are you going to react, Hank? Are you going to sing the blues?
Yeah.
Wow, James, right?
He's got the whole band, huh? He's got the Dirty Dozen.
Hank, it's on, baby.
Now if it's on, motherfucker, then it's on, G.
Tell your motherfuckers who you fucking with.
Well, if it's on, motherfucker, then it's on.
Tell your motherfuckers who you fucking
It's on, G. Now if it's on, motherfucker, then it's on, G.
You know what, Hank?
You are a clown, a clown. You are a clown, a clown. You are a clown, a clown.
Because you're letting guys like this, Hank. I had respect, Hank. And I still believe in you, man. I believe you still could do the right thing. Because you let guys like this, Hank. Take a listen. Take a listen to this guy, Hank.
Texted your wife, Brian Albert, and Nicole Albert, quote, tell them the guy never went in the house, correct?
Yeah, that's part of the same text. Yes.
Mr. McCabe, who was the guy that you were referring to? Does he have a name?
That would be John O'Keefe.
The guy that never went in the house. Brian Albert was on that exchange.
I was just going to say, I would love to see Paul O'Keefe's reaction after Matt McCabe said that. I forget when they panned over to, this is it right here.
Your wife, Brian Albert, and Nicole Albert, quote, tell them the guy never went in the house, correct?
Clown. Yeah, that's part of the same text. Yes.
Mr. McCabe, who was the guy that you were referring to? Does he have a name?
That would be John O'Keefe.
The guy never went in the house. Brian Albert was on that exchange still, was he not? He was still part of the group text?
Yes, Brian is on the exchange.
And Brian Albert was the one to respond, wasn't he? In his response to your instructions that his younger brother, Chris...
The fuck you laughing at, boy?
You are a clown, a clown. You are a clown, a clown.
Mr. Dickhead, this guy.
You are a clown, a clown.
You are a clown. A clown.
The hell you laughing at, man? The hell you laughing at? Me, James Jackson, and our boy right there, Officer John O'Keefe, R.I.P. We want to know what the fuck you're laughing at, Maddie McCabe. Hank, you ain't a clown, are you? You want to be on clown status, Hank? You want to be on shitbag status fucking with this dude? This is your new band, Hank.
Yeah.
Talk to him, James.
It's crazy, man. All the lies this guy has said, just wild. How you gonna sit there and laugh about a man, an officer, who you allegedly respected, and then you sit there and laugh about him being dead is just crazy.
You are a clown. A clown. You are
Look,
a clown.
he knows he's
A
caught
clown.
too.
You are a clown. A clown.
Talk to him, James.
What else to say, man? There's really not much to say other than he's a clown. Maddie's a clown. Maddie was on the backup. Maddie went back in the house, right? He came out the house one time, and then he went back in because he said he forgot his what did he say? He forget phone or keys
His
or some
jacket.
shit. His jacket, yeah.
And zero
So
below weather.
yeah, 2 times. That's two opportunities you had to see Officer O'Keefe on the front lawn, but missed them.
Oh, I know why though, James, right? Because he wasn't there.
Exactly.
You are a clown. A clown. You are a clown. A clown. You are a clown. A clown.
Maddie, what do you got to say, buddy? Why are you laughing, bro?
Should say that John O'Keefe never went in the house, or the guy never went in the house, you would agree with me that he responded with one word, correct?
Yes, he did.
And in response to you saying the guy never went in the house, Brian Albert's response was, exactly, correct? You then texted your wife, Brian Albert, and Nicole Albert, quote, tell them the guy never went in the house, correct?
Yeah, that's part of the same text. Yes.
Mr. McCabe, who was the guy that you were referring to? Does he have a name?
That would be John.
Hank, it's a fucking witness. He's outside the house a day later, saying the police are out there. They're on a group text, not saying John's name. Why? Why not say John's name? Tell him the
Not
guy
talk
never
about
went in the
nothing.
house.
Right. Big bad Brian A's on the group text. Exactly, he said.
Now if it's on, motherfucker, then it's on, G.
Tell your motherfuckers who you fucking with.
Well, if it's on, motherfucker, then it's on.
Fucking song. What's the matter, baby?
R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. Maddie M.
I'm gonna find you. You can't hide. I'm gonna find you. You can't hide. I'm gonna find.
Alphabet Boy's gonna find you.
You're rocking with the best. Break it off.
Hate is mistaken admiration. This dude's wife pulling up the standouts. Hiding. hiding and she got caught in plain sight.
We don't believe you, man.
Don't believe the hype. Yeah. Don't believe the hype. Yeah. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Yeah. Don't.
John O'Keefe.
The guy never went in the house. Brian Albert was on that exchange still, was he not?
Big Bad Brian A was on that exchange?
Let me look down and
guys-
check.
Let me look down and check. You know who was there. You were talking directly
Right.
to him. Everybody was on the group chat, but you're more worried about the person who you're worried about the most. You're worried about Big Bad Brian A. R.I.P.
Now, one
Officer
thing
John
about
O'Keefe.
the kids, absolutely R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. Now, one thing about the kids, one thing about, you know, John's mom, John's dad, his brother, his family, nothing. Just
How did he
make sure.
die? How did I not see him?
Yeah. How did
But you're
this
worried
happen?
about the Asian people? You're worried about the police are there and tell them the guy never went. Why do you care? You should be more saying, man, I'm about to walk up to one of these police officers and ask them what the fuck happened.
Right. Yo, what sold me on this whole thing was the no caution tape on the front lawn. They never, so you know, the scene was it was no crime scene. It just that alone right there, it was like wow. And not saying a policeman down. If I caught Jay saying this the other night on his show, if you said policeman down, there could have been a cop, you know, a couple towns over getting ready to go home, and what, cop down? They would have been there like. But Brian Albert knew he didn't want that smoke on his front lawn. He didn't want all that attention. But look at it now, you know?
We got your back, Karen. Me,
Definitely.
James Jackson, and everybody in this chat. We all got your back. Jenny with the $10. If my sibling wasn't answering their phone when I discovered a dying man on their lawn, I would be taking the first cop I could to make sure my family was safe. J.F.K. cannot be believed. Absolutely not. And Hank, this is your new band. You're direct. It's not the cross, buddy. You're not crossing these people up. These people are going to cross themselves up, and they're going to mess up your solo act.
And to add to that, it's like Jen pulls up there. That's her sister's house, man. Why isn't she running inside to see if her sister's okay? That would be the first thing. Oh, that's what she said? Oh, I'm sorry.
James. You want to read it again?
No, I'm sorry.
Not good.
But yeah, it's crazy.
If
I
my
can't see it from
sibling,
here.
it's all good. If my sibling wasn't answering their phone when I discovered a dying man on their lawn, I would be taking the first cop that was on the scene that I could and make sure my family was safe. Jen McCabe cannot be believed.
Yep. Hell yes. Absolutely.
Pastor Pepper, what up? Paul's reaction is stone. Pastor Pepper. Everybody put your peace signs up for Pastor Pepper. Nothing but love for Pastor Pepper. Peace signs up for Pastor Pepper. Been a fan for a long time. Great supporter of everybody. The whole movement. Peace to Pastor
Yes, she
Pepper.
is. Strong woman. We was talking about on Facebook how they do that dive, you know, Nems and them be running in the water first of the year on New Year's, acting like it's cool. Just telling me people out there, they do it on the reg, like, that's too cold, man. I don't know how somebody goes swimming out in that water like that. You know the water I'm talking, like where Nems and them go swimming? Yeah.
Coney Island, bro.
Over on Coley Island, yeah.
Coney Island. Coney.
Coney.
My
They
man.
got mad love.
My man, Matty M on the backup.
Had to look down to see who was on the group chat. He knew who the fuck he was talking to.
Listen to this fool.
He was still part of the group text?
Yes, Brian is on the exchange.
And Brian Albert was the one to respond, wasn't he? In his response to your instructions that his younger brother, Chris...
What are you laughing at, bro? What's he laughing at?
He knows what questions are coming next, too.
What's he laughing at? What do you think so
But
funny?
how is it fun? Yeah, how is it funny? Like, what is funny, Matt?
Funny how?
Man.
Matt.
What? Just, you're funny. You mean, let me understand this, because maybe it's me, I'm a little fucked up, maybe. But I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you? I make you laugh? I'm here to fucking amuse you? What do you mean funny? Funny how?
Oh, you're just funny. Oh, shit.
You know how you tell a story, what? No, I don't know. You said it. How do I know? You said I'm funny. How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me. Tell me what's funny.
Oh, man.
Get the fuck out of here, Tom.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And P.S. The J.F.K. show was fire. Yeah, I love the J.F.K. show. Shout out to J.F.K. and James Jackson. Love them. Great stuff there. 39,000 feet.
Peace, TB.
Peace to TB. The fuck is so funny, Matty M?
It's crazy.
What's so
that
funny?
Paul keep sitting right there. You know, Jay, if I was Paul after this court hearing that day, I would have asked him that. You know, Maddie, what the fuck were you laughing at when Yannetti was questioning you? Why were you? What was so funny about that question? He's just not asking the right questions, man. Or it just seems like he's given up on justice. I hate to say that. You know, I'll throw out a disclaimer because, you know, I don't want to believe that. But I would be outside asking this guy, what the fuck is so funny? Am I a clown? Do I amuse you? Like Jay just dropped. I mean, that would just be me. I think, Jay, if you were out there, you'd be asking the same thing if that was someone in your family or your brother. It's just crazy, man. That shit pisses me off.
No. Your job is and turn it, trying to brush over some things and try to take something and turn it and twist it to win the case. Twist it to win the case. No. Your job is to just lay out the facts as they are.
Twist it and turn it. Disclaimer.
To win the case.
To win the case. No, your job is to lay out the facts because you got clowns like this that are laughing. Fuck are you laughing at? Straight up now, tell me. I need everybody. Matty M. You hate Karen, don't you? She's caught in a hit and run, huh? Straight up now, tell me, is it gonna be you and me together? Are you just having fun? Is that what it is, Matty M? It's a big fucking joke, huh? I've been a fool before. Big joke, huh?
$1,000 in my pocket, I feel like it's wrong to give that person a quarter. Or
Fuck is so funny, Matty M. R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. Matty M, you was on the backup, wasn't you? Because you left the house. You were driving. You had the 3 witnesses in the car. You had Jen, you had Nagel, and you had Sarah. And you went back in to grab something else, your jacket. And you're still
Yep.
saying that you didn't see nothing. It's a fact. John never came in the house. Say that the guy never came in the house. And who's the guy you talking about? John.
To win the case?
No. Your job is to just lay out the facts as they are, make the argument, and tell the jury how the facts, when applied to the law, equal guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
That's your game, man. The fucking facts. You have all the facts, Hank. Why are you trying to hide things from the jury? You guys don't like Karenread, huh? You hate her. That's mistaken admiration. Remember, people, when people hate on you and say things about you, they really admire you. It's funny how that shit works, huh, James?
Yeah.
And Matty M, you was on the backup for sure. Hank, you want to be like this guy? You want to be like him? Because we know Matty M, he's a... What's Matty M, James?
He's so full
You
of
are
shit.
a clown.
And oh yeah, he's a clown too.
You are a clown.
You know, we've been rocking for an hour. And Matty M, we ain't going to stop. We don't know how to stop. We're on a flight. We're fueled up. We're ready to go. It don't stop. You guys want to support my man, James Jackson.
Bro,
JFK on the Cash App. James Jackson on the Cash App.
We might need some in-flight calls. Oh, I'm sure they'll be coming in. Yeah, man, they're just all lying. Like the kid Tristan the other day, I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, and you have your right to say that, but it's like if you have nothing to hide, why are you saying shit like that in a murder trial? I get it.
At
It's
James
scary.
Jackson. Sorry, brother. At James
Go ahead.
Jackson, you can check out his YouTube. You can check him out
Yeah.
at James Emerald Jr. on his Cash App right there. Money sign James Emerald Jr. or James dash Emerald dash 5. He's here with y'all. For sure.
Yeah, appreciate it. I got my channel up monetized now. If you haven't subscribed already, you can do that. Go over to James Jackson, subscribe. Got memberships.
You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong.
We just some decorated dudes, right, James?
Appreciate the things that you
That's
two
what we
do, you
are.
and James, right? They're decorated dudes.
Thanks, man.
They're decorated dudes. Decorated dudes. What? You and James, right? I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? They're decorated dudes. They're decorated dudes. Decorated dudes. What?
You can't hide. I'm gonna find you. You can't hide.
Matty M, you know, people keep talking about you couldn't see him. You can't see. When it's snowing out, you can't see 34 Fairview. He was buried in snow. You couldn't see him. Well, let's check this out.
Damn. See pretty good to me.
He would have been right there.
Yep.
Just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving.
And the same shit Nick was saying about the phone. That phone would have been dead. It happens all the time with iPhones. I don't have a Android, so I don't know. But an iPhone would definitely die out. Look
You'd
at
have been
that,
right
man.
there.
And that car doesn't even have LEDs. LEDs would brighten that whole shit up. You can tell it's got like an amber to effect to it. Right where the cone is, right, Jay? Oh no, the
Right, the
arrow.
arrow.
I'm
That's an
sorry.
arrow.
Yeah. Damn, I need glasses.
You're driving down the street in the snow. You're driving by here. John O'Keefe's supposed to be on that lawn. Right there.
Right.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
7 people. No one saw him.
We're working too. Yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes.
It's a fact.
Make sure you guys go hit my man James up. He's up here hustling for you
Working
guys.
too. Yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes.
Check him out.
Sheila said, I didn't see the black blob. Did anyone else? No, Sheila. Even a black blob. Where would you see that?
You're driving down the street. There it is. You ready? There's 34 Fairview right there. There's the mailbox.
Yeah.
And he would have been
Boom.
right there, right in front of you. That's exactly what it looked. That's it. I mean, he's right there. He's not hidden behind anything. He's right there. You guys hate Karenread, but you admire her because she ain't going with the bullshit. There's no way John was on that lawn. Your man. Vinny's telling you guys. He's telling you.
Turn it and twist it to win the case. Twist it to win the case.
No. Your job is to just lay out the facts as they are, make the argument, and tell the jury how the facts, when applied to the law, equal guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. It's really that simple.
It's really that simple. Beyond a reasonable doubt. Here's some reasonable doubt for you. Where was John? 7 people left the house and no one seen John. And this is in a snowstorm. The same amount of snow, the same shit. Where was he? Where was he?
It's crazy, man. That's plowed too. But still.
I mean, you seen that morning?
We were there.
No, you seen that morning on
Oh yeah.
Microdot's video? It's right there.
Yeah, you would
And
definitely.
it was light out. This is dark, man. It was light out at that time. And no one's seen tail light pieces. Where was he? There's reasonable doubt for you. But, you know, they keep just wanting to twist things and turn things. And this is a guy who's a prosecutor for years, and this is what he said.
should only be arguing about the truth, should not be trying to brush over some things
and try to take something and turn it and twist it to win the case. Twist it to win the case.
No. Your job is to just lay out the facts as they are, make the argument, and tell the jury how the facts, when applied to the law, equal guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. It's really that simple. Defense attorney, it's much different, first of all. Like, they have no obligation, number one. Number two, their job is to protect the rights, to make sure that their client does not get convicted if the prosecution has not provided the evidence beyond a reasonable doubt. Here, what is the madness that I'm talking about? Well, the first step of the madness is you have an office, the Norfolk County DA's office has 130 employees. They're not all lawyers. Some are investigators, some are support staff, etc. I get it. But it's a big office. It's 130 employees. Yet they don't have one person in there that they believe can prosecute this case.
150.
Yeah, Marie, this might be my video. I took the Sunday night that I posted on Facebook. It's small. Anyone could see him. He was there. I was shocked driving by. Yeah, maybe it was. I took it from Twitter. Was that yours? That's dope. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now I know it was Yay. Everybody give a peace sign to Yay. We're doing some intel.
Oh, that's what's up. Nice.
Perfect. Love it. Thank you for the dono. Where was he? Where was he? That's reasonable doubt right there. But you hate her, right? But you really admire her, for sure. We had Nick Rocco up here. He came back. James, he stopped in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's always good hearing from Nick, man.
This is what he had to say. Check it out. I love you too.
We gonna rock the night away.
Awesome. Nick.
And when the groove is dead,
Nick!
gone.
What's happening?
We're jamming out over here, my brother. How we feeling?
Good. It's going to be a quick one tonight, but a point I want to bring up, right?
Be clear, we got Nick Rocco on the phone, live and direct.
They all pull up to 34 Fairview Road, right? Karen gets out of the car. You have Kerry out of the car as well at John's body. Jen McCabe stays in the car. She calls 911. Now, at this point, she finds her friend, which she thinks is dead already, on the lawn. Do you remember she called her sister Nicole? Right? She called her 2 times. Jen McCabe claims that Nicole didn't answer the phone, even though the phone records show that it was answered, right?
Yep.
And wouldn't she be concerned? First of all, her friend is dead on the lawn in front of her sister and brother-in-law's house. So that's number one. You would go check on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if your sister doesn't answer the phone, that's even more concerning that you would go inside the house to check on them. Mm-hmm. Instead, what did she do? She sat in the car for 15 minutes, back and forth with 911. They said, get blankets. She looked in her trunk for blankets. She could have went in the house to get blankets.
Yep.
So that indicates to me she knew what happened to John, because if she didn't know what happened to John, she would have been petrified that something was wrong inside her sister's house. But she wasn't. She didn't go check on them because she already knew what happened.
That's a fact. I'm saying the same thing.
Then another thing too is, if you call 911 and you say, there's a dead police officer in front of me, or there's an injured police officer in front of me, you're gonna have the state police arrive. You're gonna have every surrounding town arrive.
She was told not to say police officer because Big Bad Brian A told her that. Because if she was said a police officer, anybody could have pulled up. They wanted to keep it on the low. They wanted to put it on the low. They wanted to control that window of opportunity. That's what they needed.
Their people. It was their people. But Adam Lally stated that nobody woke up. Because they made it a point. Oh, Brian, you didn't wake up, and then Adam was like, "Well, nobody woke up." Well, that's a lie, because There are pictures from that morning from the neighbor's house.
Yeah,
They were up. They took
that's
pictures.
a good point. That's a good point. So back to that, right? Now, if you knew that the police, if you knew when you showed up, your friend was on the lawn, right? And he's a police officer, right? So let me ask you this, James, and we talked about this earlier. If you know somebody to get into a concert, a security guard or something, are you going to use that card?
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. Going right to him.
And you're going to
Yo,
say,
what's
let me
up,
get
man?
in it.
Yeah.
Right? So why wouldn't she say, my friend's a police officer, and use that clout card to get much more assistance? Why
'Cause
wouldn't
she
she
knew.
check that card?
She knew what time it was. She knew the play was already in. It was in motion. It was set in motion already. Set in stone.
And I borrow, just can't stand the pain.
Ooh, yeah. I've been doing my own thing.
You know, I don't know what to say, Jen. That's wild that, you're doing this. And then, you got this other woman who was there with her, and Kerry, and she hates Karen too, but I think she really admires Karen, no? You got to.
Walking home or if he got hit by a plow. So we went main roads. We pulled out, I think we went Bolivar Street, and then Jen was giving directions because I didn't know where we were going.
And to be clear, Bolivar Street, you're talking about, that's Bolidar.
Yes,
And so then Ms. McCabe is then giving you directions as you're driving, correct?
correct.
Now, as you're driving, again, as far as what, if anything, did you see as far as plows or how were the roads treated at that time? What, if anything, did you observe in reference to that?
It was bad driving. There were plows out, but it was really bad driving.
And the visibility as you were driving from Mr. O'Keefe's house to Ms. McCabe's sister's house, how would you describe the visibility?
It was very poor. It was in the middle of a blizzard.
The middle of a
when
blizzard.
you get to the street, at some point you're directed by Ms. McCabe to Fairview Road, correct?
Correct.
And when you get to Fairview Road, do you recall whether or not you took a left or a right, or how did you come on to Fairview Road?
Off of Chapman Street, I took a right onto Fairview.
You took a right from Chapman onto Fairview.
Correct.
And as you're coming down Fairview Road, what, if anything, did you note or observe as far as the sort of elevation of the roadway?
You go downhill.
You go down a hill?
Yes.
This particular area of Canton, obviously you've lived in Canton for several years. Are you somewhat familiar with this area of Canton?
Yeah.
And how is it that you were familiar with the area of Canton prior to the estate if you've never been to Ms. McCabe's sister's house?
The commuter rail is right near there that I would take to work.
Are there any schools in that area as well?
Yes, the John F. Kennedy School.
Hey!
And, you mentioned
Nice.
baseball, correct?
Yes, and my son and John's nephew also went to the home daycare across the street from the JFK.
Nice. Are you talking about me again?
Now,
Hey,
Your
man,
Honor,
what's
with
up,
the court's
guys?
permission, I would
Kevin
ask
from South
to
Boston.
just publish a brief portion of what's been marked as Exhibit 12.
Okay.
Gentlemen, what I'm going to ask.
It looks
is
the
if you
same to
could,
me.
Push this video forward to 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
It looks the same to me.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry, you could play it from there.
don't look too much different, does it?
Just looks like a little rainy.
I mean, that looks like more fluffy snow right there. And that shit looked like it was like more wintry mix. Okay. That's now. I can't see John. I'm looking right there. I can't see him. Let's look right now. It looks like the same shit to me. This is the cop driving there.
Mr. Roberts, from what you've seen on the video, as far as what's depicted in this video, is that a fair and accurate portrayal or consistent with what you observed that morning as you were
I mean, you're saying a blizzard, man. I don't know about that.
driving around going from Mr. O'Keefe's house to Ms. McKay's sister's house?
Yes.
And the turn that this vehicle is taking,
I think you're full of shit.
You recognize what street that vehicle is turning on?
I believe it's Fairview.
Look at it. What's so different about what we just seen? You're saying a blizzard. It looks like the same amount of snow. That looks like a blizzard, though? He's driving in that shit perfectly fine. I mean, he's driving perfectly fine in that shit, man. And it's like wet snow.
Yeah, it's wet snow. It's just heavy snow.
Now, Ms. Roberts, as you're driving from Mr. O'Keefe's house to this address on Fairview Road that you've never been to before, what's going on inside the car?
Karen was frantic.
Oh, we know what was going on in the car, don't we? We know what was going on in the car. We know what was going on in the car. Let's take him to the car real quick. Want to take him to the whip?
Let's go.
Let's take him inside the whip real quick.
Officials warn drivers to stay off the road, where all non-emergency travel is banned until.
What was going on in the whip? Kerry? We know what was going on in the whip. Oh, we got microdots. We know exactly what the fuck was going on in the whip. He's right fucking there.
No, please just go on. What is your emergency?
That's how much snow is on him, man. Be clear. That's how much snow is on this man. No different than what we just seen with that the truck driving right now in 2025.
And man, if he was out there the whole time, like they said, he would have been in a lot more snow than that. He would have been basically covered.
I mean, there wasn't a lot of snow though, James. That's what we keep. Everybody
Yeah, but
keeps
it would have
saying like
been more than.
it was a blizzard, there was foots of snow, there was nothing.
I'm
You
just
seen
saying
it.
that he would have. Yeah, he would have been in more snow
I
than
mean,
he
you don't
was
know
just
how
there.
much snow. That's a reenactment. You don't know how much snow was on him. But what I'm saying is, based on how much snow was there from the videos, from the evidence of the videos we've seen, there wasn't even a lot of snow out there. There wasn't. You seen the cop driving, you seen how much snow was around, and then you just seen this woman driving in the same amount of snow, and you can clearly see something right there. I mean, this is not fucking magic.
Emergency.
Yes, I need someone to come to 34 Fairview Road in Canton, Mass. There's a man passed out in the.
There's a man passed out.
It's cold and I'm nowhere to sleep. Is there somewhere you can tell me? He walks on, doesn't look back.
The snow. The guy unresponsive in the snow. He got out of the car and he's been out a couple of hours. I don't know if he's breathing. There are two women trying to do his body heat, and they're hysterical. They had been out.
They've been out drinking.
Yes, but I'm talking hours ago, maybe. And I don't know how long he's been in the snow.
Okay. Is there any bleeding or anything? Maybe hit his head out?
Yes, possibly. There seems to be bleeding in the face. I guess he's gone.
We're on the way.
You think he's gone?
Yes, possibly this deep. Instead of sitting in the car, why ain't your ass knocking on the door?
Anybody would have knocked on the door. And why didn't you use the car? So, Jen, you're a hustler. You got your friend. You showed up to the standouts. You got your little clique. You got your little people that you know. When you go to the North End and it's packed down at Strager's, what do? You use your clout card. Hey, it's me. It's Jen. Talk to Bobby. Talk to Jimmy so I can get in here and get a table. You use that clout card. Why didn't you use that clout card when you were talking to the police and say the man in the snow is a Boston police officer? We need everybody down here now. Why wouldn't you use that card? That's what you do, right? You always use that card.
You gotta use that clout card.
Right? You're in the game, Jen. Why didn't you do that? But you were sitting in the car away from them while they were outside in the cold. You were getting warm and you were figuring out how to control yourself and how to make that phone call because you know it was being recorded. You know it was a one-take Charlie. You knew, right, Jen? Jen, do you rap by any chance, Jen?
One take.
I think we heard someone call. Who's calling?
Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
What's up, Kevin from Southie? You guys are all liars. This is crazy.
Pack of coyotes, man.
This is nuts.
Yeah, man. Don't miss. I don't know if Josie just gave you the purple chip, Jay. You got the purple chip. I can't.
Got a purple.
Yep. John's 12:31 a.m. John's phone gets taken out of the house, turned off. Someone drives by and picks it up. 911 call is placed by Jen. She's inside the car at 6:04. John's phone is turned on. Jen says he's dead. He's gone. He has blood on his face. Listen to the 911 call. Yeah. Is that another riddle to figure out? Because I know Josie be giving them riddles to figure out sometimes, but no, that's what we just listened to.
Now she's saying 12:31 a.m. John's phone gets taken out of the house and turned off. Somebody drives by and picks it up.
And turns it on?
911 is placed by Jen. She's inside the car. At 6:04, John's phone is turned on. Jen says he's dead. He's gone. He has blood on his face. Listen to the 911.
That's another thing. If his phone was out there, it would have never turned on. If it was that cold, it wouldn't have turned on. But it did.
It's me, Sydney. You're right. Stay out of sight. Stay out of sight. The police are on the way. Yeah, we're not first. Listen. I'll send him Brian's number now.
Look at the street. It's no different than the street now. This shit is crazy. Micro Dots took us for a ride, son. Everybody hold on. There's some turbulence in the chat.
Right?
Micro Dots got us
Whipping.
speeding.
He's in a stolen whip.
Micro Dots ain't fucking around. Look at the snow, man. It's not a lot of snow, bro. He pulled up. You see John's sneakers right there, bro. Can you see that?
Yep.
He's right there. I can see him. Can you see that, James? James, can you see that? Yes or no?
No, I'm trying to see. No, I don't see.
You can't see
I
his
don't see it
shoes. He's
yet.
sticking right up. He pulled up. Hold on. Let me Safari Rise. Look. Watch when he pulls up. He's got the spotlight on. He's putting the spotlight on. Now watch, right when he pulls up, his shoes are pointed up. Right there, she just waved to him. Do that again. I mean, there's some snow on the ground, man, but come on, man. It's it's been plowed. I'll give it that. It's been plowed, but it's got some snow. There's probably some gust. There's some snow, but there's no way that you wouldn't be able to see him if he was on the ground from 12:30 to that time.
No.
Watch when he pulls up. All right, he's got the light on. He's starting to come up. I'm gonna put the arrow on it so you can see it. See his shoes right there? See my arrow's pointing? That's his shoe right there up. They're right there. See where the arrow's pointing? There's the flagpole. There's the hydrant.
Damn.
They're right there.
Yeah, I see him now.
See her waving? She just put her hand up. Why ain't Jen going in the house?
I know, that's the craziest shit.
Jen is in front of her sister's house and she's not going in the house.
That's probably why Karen was yelling too, Jay. Because she was probably wondering why Jen didn't go in the house. She was probably yelling at her to go in the house.
There goes the cop right there. You see him?
Yeah.
He's right there. So you got this cop car here. You got this cop car here. That's the car they were in. That's the truck they pulled up in. Look at Jen. Is that Jen right there trying to go in the back? Yep, that's Jen talking to the cop, right? That's the same shit she had on that night. Look, now she's looking down at the phone. Is she on the phone? That's Jen on the phone? Now she goes in the car. That's when she goes to make the phone call, right? When she makes a phone call to her sister?
Yeah, she goes in when Lank's out
Goes in the
there when
truck.
everyone leaves.
Good arrives.
Wow, look at that rain coming down, huh? That wet snow.
Jen calls Brian and searches Google at 6:23. Why the fuck? Why are you calling Brian when you could just go to the door?
Right.
Oh, that was Kerry? All right. But why is Jen calling Brian, period, when you could go
Yeah,
to the door?
why is she running around in circles? Like, just run to the fucking door. Knock on the door, Jen.
Lank arrives. Ambulance leaves.
Yeah. See how fast they left.
Fire SUV leaves.
Lank don't want to wake the neighbors. He's telling them
Engine
all to
3
leave.
leaves. Come on, man. No one, the dog didn't bark for that shit?
That's because the dog was gone.
Only the Canton police remain. Now that's Jen with the hood on talking to the police, right? No. She just got out the car. There's Jen right there. She just got out the car.
Yeah.
No, I think she goes in the car right now. No, she walks into the house. That's what it is. Look at her.
Yeah, no, at this point
See her
she
walking?
does. Look. Yep. Why
Look at
didn't
her
you do
walking
that
into
right
the house.
away? Lank tells her it's okay.
Look at Lank on the phone.
Yep.
You ready for this? Karen leave temporary. They leave temporary before they tell them to come back.
Hi, Sergeant Lank with the Canton Police. How are you? Good. So I'm just responding to a scene now. We have a
Oh, the lights are on now, huh, James?
Oh,
Boston
everyone's
police
up.
officer that was just found in the snow here, and does have some trauma to his head. Not sure if he's been in a fight.
We know that you called at 6:07, 6:08, or thereabouts, and about 6:23. 2 to Nicole, 1 to Brian, correct?
Correct.
And you'll agree with me that notwithstanding those phone calls, by the way, did you leave voicemails?
No.
When did you hang up? Before it went to voicemail, or was it into voicemail before you hung up?
So it was a bit of a hysterical scene that morning, and I was in a state of shock.
Oh, yeah?
You was in a state of shock? Jen.
She was in a state of making sure she had everything that she was supposed to outright. Her cards was all right. Come on, man.
And I was
State of
just
shock.
calling my sister and my brother-in-law. They did not answer the phone. I cannot tell you when I hung up.
You didn't
because
panic?
It was a hysterical scene. I was in a state of shock.
You were in a state of shock, and you just seen John O'Keefe dead. You was in a state of shock, but you didn't think nothing could be wrong in front of your sister's house with a man that looked like he got beat up. Jen, you know what that is, right? Come on, people, you hate Karenread, but hate is what, James?
Mistaken admiration.
You admire Karen, don't you?
Everyone was running around, and what seems to be forgotten is that my friend was lying there on the ground.
No one forgot that, Jen. I think you did when you pulled up. Forgot your brother-in-law was a retired Boston cop and a first responder.
What else?
Piece of shit. A liar.
Tell him, James.
The biggest liar. Professional liar at that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This one's explosive.
What insights can Occam's razor provide about Jen McCabe's testimony regarding that morning? What's the simplest explanation for her phone activity? 2 consecutive calls to her sister inside the home that were answered. Why even make the calls at all when she could have walked right in the unlocked front door to wake Brian, the first responder himself,
Where are the blankets? I don't see blankets, Terry.
and gotten blankets to help warm John? Then, only 18 seconds after hanging up with her sister, took a screenshot of Brian's contact information, which, by the way, she coincidentally deleted later that morning 2 minutes after speaking to Michael Proctor. Brian and Nicole were not expecting John's body to be discovered at this particular time. They would have needed a stealth warning that authorities were on the way. But if Jen confessed that they spoke, then they would have to explain why the home didn't light up with activity until much later, and why Brian did nothing to help. Digital forensic phone records are vastly more reliable than human testimony due to their objectivity, accuracy, consistency, and resistance to manipulation. Either you can choose to invoke a series of improbable anomalies to justify Jennifer's extraordinary story, or conclude, simply, that she's lying.
That is what it is. That is the truth.
A lot of coincidences.
A lot of coincidences indeed. So many details to keep straight. It must be exhausting being Jen McCabe.
Right.
Now that's that morning. Look at the snow right here. Look at how light it was. They didn't see no tail light. Look at this shit.
You're rocking with the best. Break it off. 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 You're
Stern. P.S. The JFK show was fire. Yeah, I love the JFK show. Shout out to JFK and James Jackson. Love them. Great stuff there. 39,000 feet. All right, cool. 2 of America's Most Wanted. Yeah, I didn't take any offense to that. I enjoyed that.
idea of anybody having a leaf blower, and I did.
I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right?
As the sky was lightening, Canton PD convened back to the crime scene to begin the first search.
Hey man, what's up guys? Kevin from South Boston.
What's up?
Notice there's only a few inches of snow on the ground.
That's it. Look,
We see
James.
here that the weather conditions were initially favorable, though they began to deteriorate as the storm intensified throughout the day. 2 vehicles parked in the driveway appear to have not moved in a few hours, including
Bright
Brian
idea
Albert's Ford
to
Edge,
get the snow blower.
which coincidentally itself is not blocked in, and by definition is the last vehicle to have moved into place. The third is the McCabe's 2020 Yukon XL,
You're wrong.
which Matt
You're
McCabe
wrong.
had just
You're
arrived
wrong.
in only minutes ago. The rest of the family and Brian Higgins will be here shortly after the
I
police
appreciate
leave.
the things that you
Julie
two
Albert
do,
will
you and
arrive
James,
soon to
right?
leave donuts and
They're
coffee
decorated
inside of the
dudes.
car for Brian
They're
Jr.
decorated
An
dudes.
obvious excuse manufactured
They're
as the reason she
decorated
came to the home,
You and
to
James.
deny knowledge that John was dead at 4:55 a.m., as she told police. We see Canton Officer Michael Lank exit his 2015 Toyota Tacoma pickup
You
and
said,
walk towards the
quote,
crime
"I'm not
scene.
sure if he's been in a fight
He
or
is a
whatever.
childhood
Our
friend of the
medics don't
Alberts
believe he's gonna make
and
it."
has helped them out
Correct.
before.
So you ever saw John O'Keefe's body?
We grabbed some crime scene tape. I wrapped it around probably the flagpole, tree, and cruiser. It was hard to keep up just because the wind was blowing at such a good rate.
The top wind speed during the morning search was 28 miles per hour. Considered a strong breeze by the National Weather Service. This video was captured during the search, and the conditions were neither too
wind at
windy
all.
nor too snowy to hang yellow tape, which is designed to withstand various types of extreme weather, especially high wind and
You
moisture.
wrong. You wrong.
With the
wrong.
addition of one
You
object,
wrong.
the
You
scene
wrong.
could
I
have
like
been
it,
easily
yeah.
secured.
Just a horse. One
But
horse
Brian
that
didn't
could have
want
been
any
secure.
attention.
Bingo.
You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? They're decorated dudes. They're decorated dudes. They're decorated dudes. You and James, right? I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? They're decorated dudes. Hey man, what's up guys? Kevin from South Boston.
What's up, Kevin from Southie? What's happening?
Lucky's plow passes by once again, providing
plow.
us with an excellent perspective to assess the height of his towering truck.
And it's up high. The seat is raised.
He would have seen
Despite
everything.
plenty of daylight, minimal snow
man.
accumulation, and only a strong breeze, the officers located exactly 0 pieces of shattered taillight glass.
You wrong.
Canton
You
PD's
wrong.
work is complete.
wrong.
Together,
You
they
wrong.
drive back to the police
They
station with
leave.
6 solo cups containing blood and the broken cocktail glass, packed into 2 unsealed brown paper shopping bags,
You wrong. You wrong. You wrong.
leaving the
You
crime
wrong.
scene unsecured, free for anyone to
Hey man,
contaminate
what's up guys? Kevin from South Boston.
it, like nothing ever happened.
That should be reasonable doubt right there.
Hey man, what's up, guys?
Meanwhile,
Kevin from South
all the
Boston.
main players
Hey
are
man,
returning
what's
to
up
the
guys?
home
Kevin from South
for an
Boston.
emergency family meeting.
Hey man, what's up guys? Kevin from South Boston.
Hey man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
The Canton police are relieved of their duties as the
man, what's up,
Massachusetts
guys?
State
Kevin
Police
from South
assume
Boston.
jurisdiction over the case.
Hey man, what's up guys? Kevin from South Boston.
Hey man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
Hey man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston. Hey man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South
Inside the
Boston.
Alberts kitchen, Jen tells them everything that's transpired so far.
Damn.
Then shares an idea.
When she first called me, we were driving in the car. We were at John's house. It was like, did I hit him? Could I have hit him? Is he dead? Is he dead? I have a cracked tail light. There was a crack in it.
Hey man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
Hey man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston. Hey man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
Hey man, what's up, guys? Kevin
This is
from South
good.
Boston.
No,
Hey man, what's up, guys?
it's better
Kevin
than
from
good.
South.
It's perfect. But there has to be a direct physical link to Karen for it to be cut and dry. Or else they may suspect us. We need to find the SUV and get it back to the Sallyport before the
I
state
appreciate the
police
things
search.
that you two do. You
I'll
and
call
James,
him back
right?
now.
They're decorated dudes. They're decorated dudes.
They're decorated
dudes. You and James, right? I appreciate the things that you two do. You and James, right? They're
Good old Kevin. I mean, it's a lot to take in, man.
Yeah. It really is.
When you think about it, it's like, what's Hank gonna say when he cross-examines them? When he speaks with these people here. Oh, why didn't you go in the house? Well, he's not gonna do all that, but he's trying to play defense and prosecutor at the same time. It just don't make no sense why she didn't go in the house right away. Man down, sister lives here. Oh shit, sister comes to mind right away. That's what I would think.
So she gets out of the driver's side of the vehicle on the back passenger, correct?
Correct.
And how quickly does she go sort of from your car to where she ends up?
She ran over to the mound.
And
To the mound.
She a
Fucking,
pizza?
come on, man. That's the whole thing. Like the mound. Come on, you're wrong.
You wrong. You wrong. You wrong.
And you know what else? You gotta calm down with that, Kerry. The mound?
The mound.
The mound, dude.
Well, she don't want to say the body because then they'll say, oh, the body. So you knew there was a body there, So she got to play her cards right. The mound. They got to use terminology
at that point in time,
like
even when
that.
she runs over, could you see what she was running over to?
At some point, I realized it was the shape of a body.
Oh,
And when was
now
that?
is
That you realized? When in this sort of sequence were you able to realize that?
That was in seconds. Once she ran over to his body, I said, oh my God. And she lifted up his shirt and started to lay on him.
And when you stopped to let her out, where were you in relation to that mound of snow or what you learned?
I think my car was like in the middle of the road. I just stopped.
And in relation to where the mound of snow was, had you driven past it at that point? So where was it?
Yes.
So it was located behind your vehicle?
Yeah.
Ms. Gilman, if you could, I would ask us to play on that for about 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
Don't cry
Kerry.
now, Kerry.
Kerry, every second counts. And your girl, Jen McCabe, who had the clout card, her family's a cop. She knows cops. She's a town girl. All she knew, all she had to do was say, "Get over here! There's a cop on the ground." And all she knew, she had to go in there and go get Big Bad Brian Hayes, a first responder, and all the blankets that you need to keep him warm. He's gonna come flying out. But she didn't do that, Kerry. Every minute counts. Why are you so mad at Karen when she was trying to save him? If anything, she was trying to save. So let me ask you the question: why would she try to save someone that she wanted to murder?
Right. Let me bring him back to life so he can tell everybody how I just tried to kill him. Don't make sense.
Why wouldn't she just say, "Oh my God, my head's spinning," and go in the truck and hide from it? Why'd she go knee deep and respond like if she was worried? Why would she call someone that she murdered 50 times and throw herself under the bus? See, Karen, I don't know what type of issues Karen has, but she's like naive somewhat. Like, this is just my my perception. She seems like a real smart woman, like very smart in other ways. Like, she's a
But
banker. She knows
naive,
a lot of
yeah.
things, but just naive with the people that are around her. There were snakes right next to her, and she didn't realize it. And, and they were right there. And Kerry, you didn't give a I mean, the tears seem real, but the point is you believe Jen. And you want to be down with Jen because you hate Karen, but you really admire Karen. Because after all, Karen got the man of your dreams. She was with John. You wasn't with John, so you admire Karen. That hate is what, James?
Mistaken admiration.
Ain't that some shit, Kerry? You should be mad at Jen. Every minute counts.
In a situation like that,
Crazy.
yeah, man, every second counts.
Look at Karen going crazy.
That is Jen McCabe. That's Karenread. That's me.
Yeah, that's Karenread, the one that's covering her face in fucking shock.
Yeah, getting soaked, no hood on like you two, going in the car to get warm. She's running back and forth trying to save John.
Bring that one back from the. Bring that one back from the top.
What you just saw in the video, as far as at some point the rear sort of tailgate or hatchback on your SUV that was in the up position. Is that correct?
Yes.
And, do you recall why that was?
Because I was having Jen get the baby blankets to wrap around him out of my car.
Baby blankets!
You just sort of
what?
Have in the back of your car at all times.
Yeah.
Now,
baby blankets. Bro.
The baby blankets.
You listen
I mean, if that's all she had, but
you listen to me. Pay attention to what I'm saying.
Jen had the clout card.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Regulators. We regulate any stealing of his property. We're damn
Oh,
good
she
too.
doesn't even have a baby either.
Geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
Regulators! Mount up. It was
Mount
a
up.
black night.
Terry.
A clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets trying to consume some skirts for the eve so I could get some phones. Rolling in my ride, chilling all alone. Just hit the east side of the LBC on a.
Never mind the blankets, right?
Baby
Why not go
blankets?
in?
She could have went in the house and grabbed all
Yeah.
the blankets.
Or
Why you
or
think
you
I
could have
stopped
grabbed
it?
Big Bad Brian A. and he could have brought him in the house where it's warm until
He could have left all you guys. He could have helped all you guys.
Yeah.
Why would you be putting baby blankets on a grown ass man that's not even going to cover him when you know her house is well? Maybe Kerry didn't realize how close. Maybe she's not cool with these people like that, so she didn't understand. But now that you understand now, Kerry, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I don't know. But now that you
But
know that
now
she
that you
goes over,
do,
right? Why didn't she go in there and get the biggest comforter in the fucking house and bring it out? Why? Every minute counts.
man.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This one's explosive.
At any point in time in that sequence, did you call anybody or have any sort of phone calls that you made that went to voicemail at that time?
Did I? I don't know.
And so nothing that you recall, is that correct?
Correct.
And did you observe Ms. McCabe make any phone calls that just sort of went to voicemail and she left her phone in your car?
Objection. Sustained.
Let me take you back, sort of when you're pulling. So as far as the conditions when you pull up and the defendant's banging on the door and gets out and runs over to Mr. O'Keefe. What's depicted in that video, obviously without your vehicle being in the middle of the roadway, is that a fair and accurate portrayal of what the road looked like and sort of what you saw upon your arrival?
Yes.
So after the defendant gets out of the vehicle, what did you do? Where did you go?
When I realized it was him or someone, I ran over and I dug his head out, rubbed the snow.
And you recall, you recognize the person in the snow as Mr. O'Keefe.
Once I dug his head out, yes.
You didn't know it was him?
You recall how his body was positioned as far as how was he on his stomach, on the back, on his side?
He was on his back.
And so you brushed some snow away from his head, is that correct?
Off his face.
And when you were brushing the snow off his face, what, if anything, did you observe about his face or the condition of him?
He had blood coming out of his nose and his mouth. And his right eye it looked like a golf ball. His left eye was fine. The right eye looked like a golf ball.
Really?
Now, you mentioned that you wiped some snow from around his head. What, if anything else, did you observe on the rest of his body?
He was bleeding in the back of the head. So when I was wrapping I don't know why I was
When I was wrapping the baby blanket.
wrapping blankets around his head, but I didn't know. He had a cut on the back of his head.
You ever hear that saying, James, with friends like you, Kerry, who the fuck needs enemies?
Absolutely.
Do you recall which side of his head that cut was on?
I don't. It just was blood on the blanket that was under him.
What type of blanket was it? Was it a baby blanket?
What type
Kerry.
of cut? Is it a boo-boo?
There was blood all on
Jeez.
the front of his shirt, but the cut was on the back of his head. His eye was the size of a golf ball. And the girl, Jen Kerry, never went inside the house to go get a cop. And on the 911 call, didn't use the clout card. Didn't use the card to get the helicopter to land on the roof. There's a police officer down. That is the ultimate clout card. Wouldn't you use it? Sure, she uses that clout card when she goes to Strager, Kerry. Have you been to Strager with her, Kerry?
Right. Because you know what would have happened, like you said, the helicopter could have landed, anything. And Brian Albert told him, listen, don't say it's an officer.
Don't.
Because then everyone will be here.
He never showed
you
up
got,
to the...
you got people with scanners that sit home with their scanners. You got news casts that got scanners and hear shit like that go over the radio. They're making it there.
Your wife, Brian Albert.
Listen, everybody.
And Nicole Albert, quote, tell them the guy never went in the house. Correct?
Yeah, that's part of the same text. Yes.
Say what,
Okay,
Maddie?
who's the guy that you were referring to? Does he have a name?
That would be John.
Does he have a name, Matt?
John O'Keefe.
The guy never went in the house. Brian Albert was on that exchange still, was he not? He was still part of the group text?
Yes, Brian is on the exchange.
And Brian...
Tell him the guy never went in the house. And then, Vinny, he said something like this.
Number two, their job is to protect the rights, to make sure that their client does not get convicted if the prosecution has not provided the evidence beyond a reasonable doubt. What is the madness that I'm talking about? Well, the first step of the madness is you have an office, the Norfolk County DA's office has 130 employees. They're not all lawyers. Some are investigators, some are support staff, etc. I get it. But it's a big office. It's 130 employees. Yet they don't have one person in there that they believe can prosecute this case.
Kerry, are you watching the JFK and James Jackson show? Are you picking up what we're putting down? Oh, wait a minute. It gets better.
And that's because they've hired someone who's a good attorney, really good attorney, but he's really a defense attorney. And the way he is trying this case right now is like a defense attorney. But he's a prosecutor, and he's trying it like a defense attorney. What do I mean by this?
What does he mean, Kerry?
What do
Baby
defense
blankets. Baby blankets. Fucking baby blankets. Kerry, you're out in front of this girl's sister's house. She was just there. She seen him. She took you to One Meadows Ave. What the fuck she take you there for?
Right. She took you on a goose chase.
They hire a defense attorney. Hank, these are the people. What's going to happen when you put her up on direct? Kerry, that's the only witness that I feel that's shedding real tears because she knows him. But still, she's still giving you the key words, all the words that you fed to him. A mound of snow. His head was buried in the snow. As if he was underneath the fucking snowbank that you see in like the Target parking lot after a blizzard. No.
Not today.
Everybody left, Hank. Everybody left. We seen the sunlight. They didn't find no tail lights. We seen this in 2025. Same amount of snow, give and take a few inches. Pause.
Pause if necessary. God damn, nice catch on that one.
Pause if necessary.
Oh, man.
Calm the fuck down.
Shit.
Oh, look. You can't see. Where's John at? This is 2025. Where is he? Where?
Crazy.
Where's John? But he was underneath a mound of snow, right, Kerry? The words that they fed to you. He was underneath a mound of snow. So you running with that side, but Kerry, every second counts, and she didn't run in the house to get her sister and her brother-in-law, who's a cop, who actually has an adult son who's 25, 26, who could have came out and helped. Jackets,
Yep.
coats, blankets. Helicopter could have landed. Med flight could have landed on the roof. She didn't use the clout car, but when you was at Strager, she dropped Johnny, though. She dropped Bobby, though, from fucking Stoughton. Yeah, no, there's no fucking table in there. It's me. It's Jen. I know Bobby from Stoughton. He's over there, dude. Yeah, right over there. And Attleboro, can you get me in so I can get the table in Strager? She name dropped that to get that Italian dinner for the night, to get that cannoli. She did all that, but she didn't name drop he's a cop so that helicopter can land. Come on, man. She's the type of girl, man, that gives her email on every website to get that 25% off. She probably hits you up in the middle of the night, Kerry, and be like, hey, do me a favor, plug in this number, and whatever they text you, send it to me so I can get 15% off these Jordans. That's the type of chick Jen is. But yet she ain't going to use the clout card to be, there's a police officer down to get Airwolf to land.
Like I said, Jay, it was set in stone.
I've been doing my own thing. Ooh, yeah. I've been doing my own thing.
Hank, Kerry, pay attention to what your peers are saying, to what Vinny's saying.
File motions to get evidence excluded. But now we're in bizarro world.
What?
Where the prosecution is filing motion after motion after motion. No. Your job is to just lay out the facts.
Take something and turn it and twist it to win the case. Twist it to win the case.
No. Your job is to just lay out the facts as they are.
That's it. Kerry, and the facts of this. You were putting baby blankets on John. They had confidence in there. They probably had confidence from the 90s, man. They probably pack rats in there. That garage was probably filled with shit. That helicopter would have landed if she would have name dropped that police officer.
Man, you would have had security guards from Target pulling up with
Like
their
you said, if she would have
scanners.
said that, it would have brought way more people out. If they would have said a cop's down, people with their scanners would have jumped in their cars, wiped the thing off to come see, because that's a breaking story. You know what I mean? Ted Daniels could have heard that shit and flew up there. They didn't want that heat. They didn't want no questions. They wanted to control that window of opportunity.
Exactly. That's what it comes down to, Jay.
You know, James, people in the chat, this goes out to all my lovely ladies. And if you're watching, girl from back in the day, 92, this was my song to you. If you happen to be watching, you just never know. But let's hit them with a jam real quick. And then let's take a couple phone calls and land this plane. We were going for 2 hours and 18 minutes. I go by the name of J.F.K.
I go by the name of James Jackson.
And we're going to hit you with this, ladies. Ladies, put your ones up. You're awesome too, girl. If you're feeling good right now, put your ones up. Woo! I'm feeling real good, James.
The 90s were the best. Yes.
by the name of J.F.K.
I go by the name of James Jackson.
Woo!
For the ladies, where's that boomers at?
Where's the boomers at? Yeah, man.
Yeah. The baby blankets. I just ain't buying that shit. I mean, like you said, maybe Kerry didn't know, but Jen knew. And now that she does know, you're standing with these people, Kerry. You love John. Aren't you upset?
Do remember.
You're rocking with the best. Break it off.
Mrs. James Jackson. That's you, Alex? All right.
Gonna take some phone calls. Take a couple phone calls.
No, we don't. We don't. We just don't have boomer love, says Allie666.
Yeah, we got it all, man. We got Gen Z love. We got Gen X love. We got millennial love. We got it all, brother.
Alex said meow. Yeah, we got it all. Love is love. It's a
Love is
beautiful
love.
thing.
This is true. This is true, my man. Mm-hmm. That's factual, my brother. And just like that, phone lines are open. Phone lines are open, people. Who wants to call and talk to JFK, James Jackson? We're taking a couple phone calls and we're going to land this plane. You two are the bomb. I appreciate that. I really do. That's awesome.
Yes, we do appreciate that.
We just try to tell you
Danny,
like it is.
who's Danny Thomas?
He's talking shit.
I don't know.
Yeah, he can get out of here, Danny. Danny, you're up out of here, I think. I think you gotta get the boot.
Yeah, I think that's the second time I've seen some weird shit from Danny. So, Danny, it's time for you to pack it the fuck up. He's out there.
You get him?
Yeah.
Yep. You got smashed. You got hit with the wrench, Danny.
You
See you later,
got hit
Danny.
over the head with a
See you
wrench.
next flight.
Oh, shit.
'92 girl, call in. Man, I don't know where she's at. You know what I mean? The one that got away.
Oh, who was that? It's a 92 girl. Who they calling that?
I don't know. Someone said
Oh,
someone got away. I don't know if she's in the chat. I don't know. There was a girl years ago, 92, who used to be on her porch, man. She knows who she is. I used to hang out on the porch with her. She lived in a little small town. Her father owned the ice cream shop. She was a great girl, man. But I was in between. I was like, I was young. I was young for sure. But you know, who knows what it could have been. You know what I mean?
I know.
Denise.
You're live with JFK and James Jackson.
Hey, this is Denise from Wayland. How are you guys doing?
We're all right. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great. I got a quick story to tell you. So
Say what?
I have
Quick
a
story.
quick story.
Go for it.
I was at a standout in Wayland
Mhm.
over a bridge, the Mass Pike. And I had a gentleman there who really loves you guys. His name is Kurt. So Kurt, I said, Kurt, I have something special for you. And it was a little rubber duck. And on the bottom of it, it had a saying. And it was one of the original ducks that Rich gave out in the very beginning when we were at the courthouse. So he was all excited about it. So he takes it home and he writes on Facebook on the Justice page that he received a gift, and he was so proud of this gift that if somebody guessed what it said underneath it, he would donate $500 to Karenread's defense fund.
Nice.
What
Guess
it said
what it
underneath?
What did it say?
Boomer
You don't
love?
know?
Nah.
No.
It said Colin did it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Nice.
That was one of the original ducks that Rich gave out.
I'm gonna
Nice.
And so Kurt turned around and he donated $500.
Oh, that's
that.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
That is.
So I
yeah.
just want to give a shout out to Kurt because he listens to you all the time.
What up,
Thank
Kurt?
you, Kurt. We appreciate you, and
Absolutely.
we appreciate the
Yes.
two of you too. Thanks a
Nice.
lot. I
We
enjoyed going
appreciate
on the
you.
ride for you.
I appreciate you,
All right.
sweetheart. You call back anytime, all right?
All right, you take care. God bless. Bye
Thanks for the
bye.
story.
God
Peace.
bless.
All right.
Nice, Kurt. She gave him a duck, and he was like, "What the F?" And you know what it was. He got it ready. You remember this joint
That's
right
what's
here,
up.
James? This is one of my joints too, man. This
Yeah,
right here
she
was
sounds
crazy.
sweet. She was sweet.
To all the mamas out there, to all the mamas out there, to all the people out there who might have lost a mama or lost somebody, shout out Nas. This is a classic.
To ever know a woman so real, I pray when I married my wife I had one of your skills, but mom, you could never be replaced. I give my life up just to see you one more day to have one more dance with you, mama. If I could only have one more dance with you, mama. Praying, wishing I could have one more dance with you, mama. If I could only have one more dance with you, mama. I wish you were here. I miss you more each second I breathe. You resting in peace. Forever I accepted you free. A blessing to me. I see you dressed in all white, smiling at me, happy, knowing everything's all right. If only I thankful to ever know a woman.
All right, man, we ain't stopping. Let's go. You ready, James? Come on, it's Tuesday night. Woo!
Oh,
yeah!
shit.
Hey, let's go.
About to crack another ghost energy.
Sorry to hear that. R.I.P. Kelly, Miss Hill, Mrs. Hill, 2008 to infinity.
Kelly's good people.
Yeah. Why? Read between the lines. Yeah. Why?
Call from Patty Lima Realtor.
I know you feeling hurt. Your mind flipped. That was a moment in time. Can't rewind it.
You gotta lower your radio in the background. You're live with J.F.K. and James.
Oh. JFK.
JFK.
James
James.
Jackson.
Now,
Yes, it's James.
now you know how to say my name. Now listen, I just learned how to do the Cash App.
Nice.
James, when do you look at them? I want to see if I did it right.
Oh, let me see. I look at them usually after.
TikTok is back. Yeah, that
Because TikTok is back.
Yeah, that TikTok is back.
But I'll let you know right now, Patty.
How we doing tonight? You enjoying the show so far, Patty?
Yes, I love your shows. I watch them all the time. I was waiting for James to get back on. I know he
Oh,
was sick.
Patty, you're
And,
far too
now
kind.
I got a sore throat, but
you're
I
all
don't
messed
know.
up?
Well, I just have a little bit of a sore throat, but I've never done this Cash App stuff, so I'm waiting
Yeah,
for James.
Patty, you
And
did
now
it.
I say it. I don't know if it went through.
Yeah, he
No,
said you did it. He said you did it, and he said he appreciates it, and you're far too kind.
Oh no, he. So you saw it?
Yeah, he's seen
Yes,
it.
I've seen it.
Oh, because my alert didn't go off on my phone. So all right, just checking.
Is that all you
Yes,
want
I
to?
just
Is that all you
replied.
want to talk about? You all right?
Well, you know what? My throat kind of hurts. I'm watching you guys. I watch you all the time. Everything you say is true, but I gotta go. My throat.
All right, it's all
All
good. Hey,
right.
thanks for
Feel
calling. We'll talk
better.
again soon.
All right. Love you guys.
All right,
Bye-bye.
love you too.
Love
Peace
you.
and love.
Bye.
Nice.
Could,
Bye.
could
Nice
she hear
phone
me,
call.
Jay?
Nice phone call. Nah, she can't hear you this time around.
Okay. All right.
I didn't bring the secret
The
device.
equipment. All right.
I didn't bring the $5,000.
Yeah. No, I know. You gotta be careful
know?
with that. Yeah. No, I got it, Patty. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Patty, what up? James is in love. Woo!
My girl right there, huh?
Well, we do know hate is mistaken admiration. Y'all can hate on Karenread all you want, but we know you really admire her. Isn't that a fact? Kerry, the blankets were baby blankets. She could have went inside the house.
Yeah.
She could have sent the police. The helicopter would have landed.
And the moment that you wander far from me, I wanna
Kerry, the helicopter could have landed mid-flight.
feel you in my arms again. And you come to me on a summer breeze, keep me warm in your love, and you softly leave. And it's me
Call
you
from
need to
John.
show. How deep is your love? Is your love?
You're live with J.F.K.
Good evening, J.F.K. and James. How are you?
We're doing
Good.
good.
How are you?
This is John calling. I just had a question
Go ahead.
about the Supreme Court hearing. Is there any idea when that's supposed to be coming down, the ruling on that?
Soon. I take it before April.
Now, I don't know much about it, but don't they have to? They don't have all the testimony from all the jurors, right? There wasn't like 4 or 5 that approached, that came forward about it, and wouldn't they have to have everybody's testimony to even make a ruling on it?
I think that's going to be the ruling. I think they're going to make all of them reconvene inside that courthouse, that Dedham Superior.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's what I think they're going to do. I mean, we'll see. That's going to be a bombshell. That's going to be something that drops one day. You know what I mean? Like some intel on that. And it's going to make, this community go. Everybody's going to talk about it, from me to Turtle Boy Glaris. You know what I mean? When something comes out about it. But I think that would be the move. Like you said, they only got so much testimony. So I think that's the whole thing, because the state of Massachusetts, you can't have them reconvene. I think if they do rule that it should get dropped, I think before they do that, they would have to get the full facts, and they would have to get them all together, right?
Right. What are your feelings about that? What do you think? Do you feeling anything about it, or you just?
I think it's going to get dropped to I think it's going to get dropped to manslaughter. I think it's
Okay,
going
if
to
that
get
happens.
Yeah, go aheed.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jay.
No, you go. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying if that happens, if it just say it does get dropped to manslaughter, what do you? The whole aspect, the whole case just changes, doesn't it? I mean, just the whole approach, I think, from Brennan and.
Yeah, man.
I think
everything, I guess, right?
I think Brennan's going to concentrate on that 532 or 523 phone call when she allegedly was in front of the house, and he's going to try to get certain experts. He's going to try to place her in front of that house, and he's going to try to say they didn't do it. She was there before she went to go get Jen, and she didn't help him then. She took, you know what I mean, and she did, and that shows guilt. I think that's going to be. If it does get dropped to manslaughter, I think that's what's going to be in the sound bites.
Well,
Like,
he
look, the
did real
sound
quick
bite.
too. He was
Go ahead.
hinting to that too. He
Oh no, I
hinted
was
to that.
just agreeing with you. Yeah, just listening.
Yeah, James says he was hinting towards what I just said, hinting
Yeah.
towards that 523 phone call, and the
Saying how it was a
navigation.
matter of time. It was a matter of time.
time.
Yep.
And they could have leaked his, put a screw in his head and leaked the fluid out. I think that's what he's going to try to do now. And the murder is going to get, there's just more. There's more that goes into the murder. There's more they got to prove it, and it's like the manslaughter, man. He's just trying to make it 50-50. He's gambling. Hank's a gambler. He's an harmonica player. He's a solo act, and that's what He's the type of guy that why'd he take this money? He's a gambler. That's what it seems like to me. He's just trying to gamble. And he's just trying to roll the dice, and and that's what it is, unfortunately.
Yeah, one of the other things I just haven't followed the whole Carrie aspect. Like, how did she get involved in this whole mix? Did she wasn't at the party?
No.
So who did?
Karen
was
called
Jen
her.
call her or Karen?
No, Karen
called her.
Karen called her, and
Okay.
allegedly Karen said, "I think he's dead," and he got hit by a plow. Now you got to ask yourself them questions, right?
Yeah.
Like, what I mean? That's
Right.
when that's a whole other JFK James Jackson show. Like, why? What would make her say that, right? What would make her say
How
that?
did she know he was out? Right.
And then here's the thing: did she say that? You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
but you just got to say to yourself, even if she did say that, you still got to prove to me how she did it, and how no one's seen the body, and when she had the chance to hit him and leave. If you look at the
Right.
whole timeline, when all eyeballs were on outside the whole time, and she snuck in, hitting a man, and left, and somehow he gets hit, and he doesn't move after. Like, it was just eyes blown up. He's knocked out cold. There was no movement, but yet the chick goes outside. Nagel, I didn't see the truck out there, which means if she didn't see the truck out there, then that means John was on the lawn then, dead,
Yeah.
right? If he did it, I mean, if she did it, and then on top of that, you got Jen McCabe saying, "I was looking out the window the whole time at 12:31, seeing when John was going to come inside the house." So when did she do it? She did, and they're saying she did it at 12:32 in like 40 seconds. So like, and then they kept looking out the window. 12:40, they went out the window. 7 people left the house. Tristan pulled up. McCabe walked in and walked out. Everybody's thing is Tristan goes, "Yeah, I wasn't looking at the grass though." Thing. I wasn't looking at the grass. Everybody wasn't looking at the grass. So that means you wouldn't have seen him if you wasn't looking at the grass. Sounds like a cover up to me. So
Right. Now, just getting back to Carrie, right? So she calls Carrie, and then what does Carrie call Jen, and then how do they all get together?
Well, she called Jen first. And she called, well, she woke up the daughter. See, her biggest mistake was Karen's biggest mistake was picking up the phone for Jen the second time. She woke up John O'Keefe's niece to get Jen's number, called Jen, and Jen agreed with Karen because Karen said, "I don't know where he is. The last thing I remember was he was I dropped him off at the waterfall." And so then Jen agreed with her and said, "Really? Oh, wow. Oh, let me hang up with you and let me call Julie." And why would she do that? Why would she hang up with her and let me call Julie and see if he walked home with Chris when she knows for a fact that she talked to John? She talked to him for 46 seconds, then 36 seconds, and then she texted him right here. And then there was an 8-second phone call that wasn't answered. She knew for a fact. She would have told her right then and there. What do you mean? You were there. I talked to John. John said he was outside. What the fuck do you mean? No, let me hang up with you. And let me see if she left with Julie. And that's when she called Julie at 4:55. And that's when Julie in the police report said she was made aware of John was dead. So as if Julie was involved, my take and Julie was involved right then and there, Chris's wife, to be the one to find John. And then when she told Julie, you ain't got to find him anymore because Karen called me blacked out and I'm going to tell Karen that she did it. And we're going to put it on her. And that's when she said, then she called her back. She called Karen back and said, "Oh my God, I just talked to Julie." And she said, "He didn't leave with Chris. Oh my God. What the fuck? Let's go back to the One Metals Ave." Well, why wouldn't you? At that point, you knew Maddie M. Maddie M allegedly reminded Jen, "What do you mean? He was over there." She didn't have to remind his wife. His fucking wife, A, wears the pants in the family, and B, she was talking to John the whole fucking ride from 34 Fairview. I mean, from Waterfall to 34 Fairview.
Right, I know that. Yeah.
So why did she go to One Metals Ave? And then when she gets to 34 Fairview, she's in the car. She don't run in to get blankets and this and that. So these are all the questions you got to. So Karen's biggest mistake was picking up that phone call again and believing Jen. And then in the middle of that, she called Kerry up because Kerry was John's friend and she said something about the plow. That could have been a spillover for what Jen told her, or that could have been something where, you know, she's putting pieces together, or she's seen Higgins's truck and Higgins could have said something years, you know, a couple of weeks before, like, because you got to think about this. What if Higgins had to think if he was going to get with her and they were going to be together, he would probably have to like think that through, right? What if Karen would have said, "I'm going to be with you"? He's going to show up to these places. He's going to show up to the hillside. He's going to show up to all these places they hang out as the new boyfriend that took her from John. So my point is, what if she ever just like played with him and said, well, what if I break up with him and get with you? What happens if John comes near you? What if he ever said, oh, I'll hit him with a plow, or I'll fucking punch him in the face? So like these are the things that you got to think. But then again, it really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, my man, you got to prove to me and show me how 7 people left that house and didn't see a body, and when did she do it, and how was nobody that morning? We seen the Micah Dodds video. How did no one find any taillights? 42 pieces.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's just these are the type of things that just make it so blatant, And then did she get did Jen ask permission to go into the house at the scene? Did I hear that, or did she just go off on her own?
Man, she could have went in that house anytime she wanted to. She could have made the clout call, man. She could have said, "Listen, man, it's a cop on the ground, man. Fucking send the helicopter, send the med flight."
We at the scene, like when the cops are there, she didn't ask one of the cops that she didn't tell them she was going to the house, right? She just went off on her own.
I think they were all leaving, and they said she could go in the house. They just didn't care.
Oh, okay.
She just controlled the whole situation. She was like a girl in Macy's, man, with a full bag of polos, man. And you know what I mean? And she had to make that decision to walk out that door. And like, she was just in the middle of it, man. She's in the middle. When you're watching that video, she's in the middle of a crime. The crime already happened. Now she's in the middle of the crime to control everybody so no one goes in that house. Her job is to make sure no one went in that house. She sold that house. She acted like her brother, that her sister was not even in that house. The fact that Kerry just said, I had baby blankets on him. I mean, I got kids. Them blankets are small, man. He's like 6 something. Like that, you know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you go in the fucking house and get this dude to comfort him, man?
Oh, shit.
Right? Think about it. I had baby blankets on him, and and that's what I mean, Kerry. You like Jen? She let you put baby blankets on. She should have been like, nah, hold on a minute. Let me go in there and get some real blankets. She sold.
Yeah, I was driving my sister home the other night there, and I was just dropping her off there, and I'm thinking, like, we were just talking about the whole situation. It's like, Jesus, but we were kind of talking about the case, and then I said, yeah, just imagine right now that, I'm right in front of the house there, and I see something right there, and a body or whatever, and I tend to it, and I go crazy, like not even knowing who it was or whatever. And I mean, if I didn't know who the person was, I'd be like, the first thing was like, oh, hold on, wait, it's right in front of my sister's house. I'm going to run right in, I mean, just a random person right off the bat, well, my sister lives right here. I'm going to, even if I don't know who the person is, I'm going to run right in there and find, call for help or something, and then
and you would be saying, she would be saying at the scene, what happened? I just talked to him the night before. He never came in. Like, what happened? Like, there was not even a question of what happened. And then not only that, is like you said, she didn't go in the house to check on her sister to make sure her sister was okay.
No.
You know what I mean? Come on, man. It just doesn't make any sense. This is common sense shit. And the people, back to the header of this video, the people who hate Karenread really admire her. What was Karen supposed to do? You get defense attorneys, they're shocks. That's what they do. They don't, their position is not to lay out facts. Their position is to motion to get to even the playing field, to get things taken, emotions taken out the trial, and even the playing field with the Commonwealth when they're coming at your neck. And they're not about the truth. They're about reasonable doubt. Can you prove this case? The thing about the DA's job, his description is is a level of integrity where, okay, A, I got to believe this woman's guilty. B, if I don't have enough evidence, I shouldn't even be trying the case. So you got to ask this question. Does he really truly believe she's guilty, Hank? And then on top of that, the level of integrity that he can't prove this case beyond a reasonable doubt. So he's wasting time and he's doing it anyway. That's why 130 people in that office didn't want to try it and they got him. And he went at it. He's going at it as the defense attorney. But if you just look at his makeup, he's a harmonica player. He's a soloist. The drums play, the guitar plays, and then boom, he comes in and he tries to steal the show. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's already had a big case. He wants to be in the mix of these things. This is what he does. He wanted to be in the mix of the Whitey Bulger and do it in a special way. He's a real special guy. He plays a real special instrument. Now he's a special prosecutor. He likes this. He likes this type of spectacle. This is who he is. And it's just a fact. I'm not talking shit. It just is what it is. And the fact is, what you got to understand is he's not crossing any of our witnesses are not just witnesses from the street. They're witnesses, they're ACA witnesses, they're dog experts, they're whoever else we bring in. But the point is, they're not just regular folks. He's gonna have a rough time with his new band on direct because his line of question is not cross. It's going to be direct, and he's going to have to protect them on the direct. That's not where he shines. That's not his wheelhouse. We seen him shine on Dr. Russell on the cross, but he's not going to shine on the direct, and that's where we're going to shine. So he's barking up the wrong tree. So what he did to Dr. Russell and whatever he continues to do to our witnesses, and that's what he did. He tried to take the jury pool. He knew on this motion that people were watching. He knew eyeballs were on it. So what he tried to do was take the jury pool. When Karenread hit him, he didn't never said allegedly. When Karenread tried to tank the jury pool, he tried to tell everybody how dumb down of our of how professional we was and how crazy she is. And he's trying to take the jury pool. And guess what? We're going to take it out on all his witnesses. And that's our job too, me and James Jackson and everybody else, to show everybody, people like Kerry and all these witnesses, that, hey, not Kerry herself, because she did nothing wrong other than just taking their side. But as far as these other people who are in the middle of a murder and the way they act, and it's fucked up. And that's our job, to put pressure. And you see it because they're showing up to these standouts. What are they doing there? You know what I mean? If you had nothing to hide, you wouldn't be watching what Karen's doing at a standout. Who cares?
Cares.
Yeah, that was weird, huh? Catching those two girls there. That's fun. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. So, like I said, hate is mistaken admiration. And with that, my man, I appreciate the call. I hope I gave you some insight.
Yeah, great explanation. All right, thank you. Take care, James. Take care. Have a good night.
Take care, you too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We'll take one more phone call and then we'll land this. James Jackson, I'm sorry I don't have the tool. Wait, how you doing in the chat? Everything good?
I guess so, man. I see just some talk about what's this? James, you should probably get a scan image for your channel. A scan image. What's a scan image?
Call from
Viviana.
You're live with J.F.K. and James Jackson.
Hey, how are you guys doing tonight?
We're all right. How you doing?
Good. This is Viviana. I'm calling from Canada.
Oh, nice. From
I've
Canada.
been watching you guys for a bit. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Appreciate
it's freaking
that.
cold. It's
Yeah, I bet.
colder than it was that night. I'm telling you.
I bet. How we doing?
So good. I'm just enjoying watching you guys. You guys are so awesome. You guys are real, So it's nice to watch.
Nice. Appreciate that.
I want to just make a comment. Now, people keep saying how, the police were so incompetent. The incompetency of their interviews and their investigation, etc. But it's not that I don't believe they were incompetent at all. This was all done intentionally because they banked on Karen never being able to follow through on this and ending up in jail and having to plead out. So people keep thinking that, the police didn't do their job. They did. As a matter of fact, the whole cover-up started at 2:27. And remember, she took a screenshot, sent it to Higgins, I believe it was, and that got the ball rolling.
on
think
the
she sent this.
entire thing
She sent
being
it to.
covered up from then.
She sent it to Big Bad Brian A. Right? Is that a fact though?
Yeah,
No,
there
she
was a screenshot that she did at 2:27 in the morning, though.
But it
You
came.
guys
Yeah.
remember, and it was erased, but nobody knows where she sent it to or anything, right?
Yeah.
That one, I believe, or I believe that one was sent to either Higgins or Big Brett or Brian, right?
That's
I
crazy.
call them the McMurders. That's my nickname for all of them.
Nice.
But I don't think it was I think it was all intentional right from then. Everything was done intentionally to either set up Lucky at first. And then when Karen came along and was like, oh my God, where is he? Did I hit him? Could I have done it? Could this have happened because of me? They ran with that, banking on her not being able to have enough money to have lawyers and smart enough to do all this. They didn't know her. Remember? They didn't really know her at all.
No.
They didn't know how intelligent she was or how her resources or how her family would be backing her up and be there for her. And, I think they were hoping that she would fold over and curl up and be like, okay, I guess I'll take the blame for this. Right?
Take the plea.
So the police were totally competent in the fact that they just followed what they were being told to do. Because what do police do? They follow what they're told to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's
Right?
Well, that's because on the 911 call she didn't say the police.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly. She didn't.
If she would have said a cop was there,
Intentionally.
I'm sure a different police would have pulled up from anywhere else, and they
not just
they
that,
wouldn't
but
have
you
been
know how,
they wouldn't have been so light on them.
right? And you know how everybody, I don't know what you guys do, but I know that people here, there's lots of people who have radios and they listen to the scanners and they'll,
Of course.
know what police is up to and everything.
Yeah.
You know that if they had said anything, it would have made it to a police scanner and people would have heard it and there would have been more of a commotion and there would have been more people showing up on that lawn and stuff, right?
Exactly.
So right from 2:27, it all began, but they were going to set up poor Lucky. I think that's, because they
that's a
needed to
fact.
figure out how to explain the cuts on his arm, right? They needed how to explain how would he have flown over into the yard. They needed how to explain all that, right?
Yeah, that's a
But
fact.
I
think Lucky before he called her at 4:55 a.m. If Karen would have never called Jen, it was Lucky.
It was Lucky who would have been the one. Yeah, exactly. And do you think he had the resources to fight people off? To fight these guys?
Nah, he would have
not.
admitted to it.
Right.
Yeah, he probably would have been like, yeah, it was probably me. But I mean, he's so aware of what he's doing. And I know that we all have our jobs that we do where we become so hyper aware of our job.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like when I used to bus tables at a pizza joint when I was a teenager, I used to even have dreams about this because you were so accurate about everything that you had to do. Same with plow driving, same with anything, right?
Right.
But I totally think that it was never incompetency at all. It's always been done exactly by design from 2:27 onward.
Yeah, I agree, but at the end, maybe in that space and time when it was happening, they didn't feel like they was incompetent, but in hindsight, the whole shit was incompetent.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason why they're going at Karen's neck, because they don't want to take and that's what it comes down to. They do not want to take the hit of them being that incompetent. So someone got to get found
or
guilty.
being found out that they were not doing their actual job, but they were following what they were being told to do. And can you imagine?
That too. You know what I mean?
Right?
That's the corruption part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just don't
Exactly.
they don't want no part of it.
And can you imagine? That's a lot of police that were involved. A lot.
And
Well,
people.
the police that was there, in the beginning, no, they didn't see no tail lights. So I mean, it is what it is. At that point, you know what I mean? They got him out of there, and they looked at the crime scene, and there wasn't a crime scene. There was no tail lights. If there was tail lights there, they would have probably said, "No, we got to stay here." But there was nothing else. There was nothing there.
Yeah.
They should have stayed there. They should have stayed there.
They
should have stayed there regardless. Don't get me wrong,
Right.
but there was nothing there for them to see, and they knew what happened. They knew we got beat up, and that was it. And they put it on the stadies, They knew what happened. They knew exactly what happened. Like you said, they knew what happened. They knew who was in that house. They knew what. They knew what was going on.
Absolutely.
Jen McKay,
Just,
man, you see
you
her.
know-
You see her live. You see her live in the middle of a crime. Baby blankets on John O'Keefe, Kerry. Baby blankets. Someone
Right?
said in the chat it wouldn't even cover his arm. That baby blanket wouldn't even cover his arm. Baby blankets, but she could have went in the house and got him a fucking comforter, the biggest comforter there was. She
Right?
could have got. I mean, shit. That dude probably had comforters.
Could have brought out a space heater.
A space heater. I mean, come on, man. Like he could have did.
But,
Who
but
knows what he?
you got to
what he coulda
remember,
did.
guess who did not want him to be alive?
Right. Exactly.
The person who did not run into that house to go get blankets. Because guess what? People keep saying if he had lived, it would have proved that either he would have said, Karen tried to kill me or whatever. But no, if he had lived, what did he do? He would have said exactly what the heck happened in that house.
I agree, sweetie.
Right?
Right.
So it's just Jen McMurderer wanted him to not survive this. That's why she was all like whispering
that's
on
murder,
the
man.
phone.
That's murder.
Exactly. That's what I call her, Jen McMurderer. That will be the only name I will call that whole clan from here on in. I do not call them anything else. Right?
Murder. That's what it is.
Yeah. It is.
Listen, sweetie, we're gonna be
and
landing
I hope
this.
she goes down for it.
Absolutely, we're gonna be landing this plane. We've been going at it 3 hours. I appreciate your phone call. You call back anytime. What's your name?
Oh, thank you, Viviana.
Viviana. We'll see you down the road. All right, sweetie. Next flight.
From Canada.
From Canada.
Okay, take care.
We got you. Thank
All
you,
right.
Viviana. Peace
Bye.
and love. Bye. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Nice phone call, man.
Nice phone call, James. You know how we do it. Let's land this.
Thank you for flying with us tonight, people. And Seaside is a real person. I saw somebody say that it was a made-up person. Nah, he's a real person.
You know what we say to that person?
You are a clown, a clown. You are a clown, a clown.
Oh, shit.
You are a clown, a clown.
Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody coming by tonight, hanging out with your boys. And it's been a hell of a ride. Kerry, baby blankets. I go by the name of J.F.K.
I go by the name of James Jackson.
We'll see you next flight. Cash App JFK Show Off. Cash App James Amaral Jr. James Amaral 5 on the Venmo. You see us on the bottom screen right there. JFK Show Off on the Venmo. Check out my album. It's pinned. If you like the songs that I be playing of myself, check it out. And with that, straight up now tell me.
Peace, everybody.
Lost in a dream, don't know which way to go. If you were all that you seem, then baby I'm moving way too slow. I've been a fool before, wouldn't like to get my love caught in the slamming door. How about some information, please? Oh, straight up now tell me, do you really wanna love me forever? Oh, am I caught in a hit and run?
Yeah. Why? Read between the lines. Yeah. Why? I know you feeling hurt, your mind flipped, that was a moment in time, can't rewind it. I seen your call, can't talk, declined it. Said I was sorry, liquor had me blinded. I know about your issues, you're not feeling well. What you going through, girl, is a living hell. Sometimes I bug out, I just flip and yell. Just come out tonight, we can sip and chill. I know about that night at the Pats game. You was real comfortable, and that's lame. When I bring it up, huh, you act strange. That's okay.
Right here goes out to all the babies, mamas.
Yeah. On and on. Back in the days when I was young. Yeah. Turn me up in the headphones. Summertime vibes, you know what I mean? He put it on my mama. Where's my ladies at, on my mother's at, you know what I mean? Yeah. State to state, worldwide. Listen. We pilot through the struggle, above and beyond. It's a long fall from pride. What you standing on? Goals in plain sight. Get your landing strong. He fucked up the play because he ran it wrong. Underbelly of Boston, filled with racist rats. The sneak gets away, but it often traces back. They digging up the bodies, got DNA to match. Feds listening to your boss, he got life for rap. Damn. Seems the greed indeed, it was trolling you. Court closed wrinkle, they smelling like mildew. Old Spice in the air, old law holding you. It's in God's hands with a creed overview. Too many suckers pulling, not enough pushing. Feeling like Guru, driving Boston to Brooklyn. God's working overtime, devil is cooking. God shot twice, survived, but the cancer took him. Damn, back in the days when I was younger, Dad was never home, he put it on my mama. I was just a baby when I seen all the trauma. But on God, we gonna shine every summer. Back in the days when I was younger, Dad was never home, he put it on my mama. I was just a baby when I seen all the trauma. But on God, we gonna shine every summer. Come on.
Daddy wasn't around, mama held it down. How'd you raise us on your own and never let us see you frown? Superwoman, you a superhero in my eyes. Seen you sacrifice it all to make sure we had better lives. You an angel like you came down from the skies. You came down from the skies. That's on God, on God, on God. That's on God, on God.
And to all the ladies having babies on their own, I know it's kinda rough and you're feeling all alone. Feds picked up the case so far away from home. Try to stay focused, don't let your mind roam. It gets real, all the miles and abuse. We really in pain, you know we just smiled through. I grew up a good kid, got with a wild crew. Facing the truth, in denial, paying dues. And Dad never knew what he belonged to. A wild juvenile, grew up in reform school. All the trauma, what I write this song to. Make this song cry, but I'm a strong dude. I 129 with a brand new rag. I'm a dad myself, Papa got a brand new bag. Break the cycle, it's like I'm not even mad. You put it on my mama, I left it on a track. Back in the days when I was younger, Dad was never home, he put it on my mama. I was just a baby when I seen all the trauma. But on God, we gonna shine every summer. Back in the days when I was younger, Dad was never home, he put it on my mama. I was just a baby when I seen all the trauma. But on God, we gonna shine every summer.
We're working too. Yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes. We're working too. Yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes.
If you have that,
TikTok is back.
if you have that,
$1,000 in my pocket, I feel like it's wrong to give that person a quarter or $1. It's wrong. Only you know what you got in your pocket, and that's wrong. No matter what they do, if they take it and drink it, they take it and drink it. But I mean, you got. You understand? And we all know how hard it is, and it's not about if you good or you bad. So since it's not about if you good or you bad, we know that because he don't got don't mean he was bad. Or don't mean he's a criminal, or don't mean he's crazy, or a drug addict, or none of that. It just means he don't got. And $1,000 in my pocket, I feel like it's wrong.
Welcome to the rebuild, rebuild, rebuild. J.F.K, y'all. A-G-E, let's go. Yeah, it makes you wonder, right?
Yeah, hey yo, it makes you wonder. Mass general up in the London. Next thing you know, dog, you 6 feet under. Feel my hunger. Drive-bys up at the tundra makes you wonder. And we ain't done shit. Real quick, your life could slip. Money grip, I'm telling you, dog. Jay had incentive, we independent, rent spent. Childhood dreams, where my life went. Dear Hova, dear mama, I'm a soldier like Parker till it's over. Staying alive, a young John Travolta. Verrazano narrow, got me staring at a barrel. Crazy how life come at you. I'm out of control, soul to soul. Hope I make it, take it to the higher road. I was told never give up on a Vegas road. Let the paper fold, can't take it when you go. Friend or foe, friend or foe. I gotta move on, so many gone. More than a song in my room when I spit it. Only thing I say I'm gonna do is say I did it for
right
you.
about now.
Yeah.
It's AGE, and for my people that pass.
Wow.
R.I.P.
Come on.
From state to state, country to country, to all my lost ones. May you rest in peace.
Let's go.
Right about now, it's AGE, and for my people that pass. R.I.P. From state to state, country to country, to all lost ones. May you rest in peace.
And they try to slow me down, give them way too much credit if I call them a clown. I'm one with the ground.